let me help you with your vision. They losing their sight here. Time to send the world a message they might hear. Like Meek Mills, I'm making it quite clear. I'm chasing my dreams and fighting my nightmares. I'm going real hard. I'm talking words you understand. I'm talking real bars. I'm going everywhere you know. I'm talking real far. Yeah, it's time to raise a toast to this thing to the love the most. As I go from coast to coast, I'm talking north side, I'm talking south side, I'm talking east side, I'm talking west side. I'm going worldwide, I'm going worldwide, I'm going worldwide, I'm going worldwide. Yeah, it's time to let you know how I spit it when I flow. When I go and light a fuse and I set to let it blow. I'm talking worldwide, I'm going worldwide, I'm going worldwide, I'm going worldwide. Yeah, time to check my status and the GOAT is what it be. And you know I'm over 30, so my level is a G. And I may be from the hood, but I'm way beyond these streets. And my pockets hate a diet, so they always down to eat. Even though they screaming fame, and it's always spelling me. And I'll never hang it up till my mission is complete. And I'm looking at you haters, I suggest you take a seat. Cause it's all fun and games to a killer show his teeth. This is for them cats that be screaming homies. Claiming that you're real, but we know you're phony. Now I'm chillin' with my sons, they my one and only. Like the Turner brothers, yeah, we screamin' lions only. Step into this den, I welcome all who will dare. Never met a David, tell me whom shall I fear? Gotta rep the nation, black and gold is what I wear. If you look to your left, to your right, I'm everywhere. I'm talking worldwide, I'm going worldwide, I'm going worldwide, I'm going worldwide, yeah.
Welcome back to Roxamore Sports Live here at the Rose Bowl football event here in York, PA. And right now, yours truly, you're seeing York, PA's very own high school coming out onto the field, fashioning the black and orange, looking fantastic. What an opening they have. And they're going against Central Dauphin East varsity football. Thank you for joining us here on Roxamore Sports Live. I'm Maximilian Keeper alongside with everybody's favorite guy.
Hey, Sports Trading Stars. Ashley Edwards coming at you. And that was the York Bearcats coming onto the field with a great entrance there. And thank you for tuning in to Sports Shooting Stars. We greatly appreciate you, where we bring the game to you. We are also collaborating here tonight and broadcasting this on live on TV Network.
And it's going to be a fantastic game here. York playing in their own backyard. And it's right now just the start of the events coming forward. We're going to have the official season coming around just the corner. I know it seems like summer's over, but again, take it from somebody that's only an hour away from the coastline. The water right now along the East Coast, New Jersey, Virginia, it's actually really decent right now. Even on a 70-degree day, you'll be comfortable getting in that water. So if you feel like the summer's over, it's not too late to hit up the beach nearby. But I digress. It's going to be a fantastic game. I'm looking forward to seeing what this one's going to be all about because, I mean, these are two powerful teams going up against each other. We saw just previously, a very a game that was full of adjustments. The strategy didn't change in the previous game for, I can't remember the name off the top of my head. Southwestern. Okay, Southwestern going against Susquehanna. That game ended with 42-14. Susquehanna coming out victorious. And again, as we mentioned, they usually have a bread and butter strategies, Southwestern. But it seems like they did not adjust from that bread and butter strategy at all because it became very predictable for their opponents. And they were able to take the lead throughout the whole game. So I don't know if that's going to be the case in this one. I mean, you've seen York play in the past. What is your expectations for this game going forward?
Yeah, there's been a lot of changes for York High this year. They're coming off with 2-7. They have a younger roster this year. They have more questions, especially at wide receiver position. Losing Mercyhurst. He committed to David Ward and also All-Star Monique Scott. York High returns tons of offense and defensive players on the line. They were mainly freshmen and mix of freshmen and sophomore from a year ago. The Bearcats will have to navigate a solid YAWA Division I They will be circling this game after what happened last year. Some key players to look out for here for the Bearcats. Najee still third-year quarterback. Savan Anderson Jr., running back and defensive end. Trevor Lee, offensive tackle and defensive tackle. Amani Bones is somebody to look for also for the Bearcats. Returns from last year's injury. And Samir Gwynn, very, very good running back. See what they can do here. The keys to winning for the Bearcats is its explosive plays offensively and limit mental errors, including turnovers and penalties. So maybe they can build off of a little bit of a weak season last year. Try to get this incredible young tour meshing and get some chemistry this early in the year. The same as Southwest. They don't have a super ton of seniors. They have a little bit of chemistry. We saw their faults and talked to a couple of the coaches after that game, and they know that they have things that they need to work on. These Bearcats, I'm sure, are going to have a lot of things to work on also, and hopefully they'll come out with a win.
Indeed, indeed. And we just saw Central Dauphin come out here onto the field in a fantastic theatrical opening, tearing through the banner. And now we're just getting ready to kick things into action here. I believe they're going to do the national anthem, if I'm not mistaken.
The CD East enters this season coming off their first District 3 playoff appearance since 2021, 5-year drought, starting 7-0 before losing 4 straight, including the first round of districts to Central York. They got blown out in that game 47-14, unfortunately. This season, the Panthers must replace quarterback Dimaj Jola, running back Leon Parson, and wide receiver Santana Young. But they return a lot on the defensive side and will once again face another tough mid-pen Commonwealth gauntlet, along with replacing head coach Lance Dean. So this is Tyshawn Pollard's first season. So not only do they have a young team, they actually have a first-year coach.
That's interesting. Central Dauphin going against York, PA. I guess it's going with the instrumental. There. And now we're just moments away from the kickoff. As you know, high school sports, particularly football, you get 12 minutes on the clock.
Yeah, beautiful national anthem, and just a random shout out here to everybody that does what you do for helping protect our country and give us the freedoms that we have to complain and to celebrate and cry and just have pride for where we're from, man. It's a huge deal. Shout out to everybody that represents the flag, first responders. We appreciate everything that you guys do for our local communities to keep us safe.
Absolutely.
And we'll see what happens here. We go over some of these keys for CD East. Zachary Brown is a player to watch for the Panthers. He is a tight end and edge rusher. Kamari Clark is an offensive lineman. Sincere Jackson, Demir Maxwell is a wide receiver. Milo Bassett is a wide receiver for the Panthers. And their keys to win is to win the field position battle, which means they want to control the offensive line of scrimmage. Shut down York High's three-headed rushing attack. So it looks like we're going to be prepared for at least a rushing attack here for the Bearcats, to be seen what CD East comes up with offensively.
Absolutely, and almost symbolically. I mean, it's been a nice day, and now all of a sudden we get in these ominous-looking clouds coming in. So I don't know if that indicates that this is going to be an intense game, you know? For what to take symbolism at face value, that is. So what we got going forward.
And here we are, folks, on Friday Night Lights, Smalls Field, York County. Nothing better, man. Nothing beats this.
According to my forecast, that never lies to me. It's 0% chance of rain. It does look like rain clouds, but...
Absolutely. We'll take it, though. Nice, cool night. And we're about to get ready to get started here. CD East getting ready to kick, which means they will receive in the second half.
And there it goes. Caught by no one into the end zone. It's close to number 3. That being, really got to look into this roster here. If I mispronounce anything or get anything confused with each other, please understand I'm looking at a roster with really tiny fonts and my eyes are not as good as they used to be, but I'll do my best. Also, we'll also do our best to pronounce names as to the best of our abilities.
Absolutely. Yeah, it looks like the Bearcats are setting up here. 2 wide receiver set.
First down and 10 at the 20-yard line.
And Najee still taking the snap. Pardon me, 3 wide receiver set. He's back and he's firing, completing.
Yeah, that was a good pass there by number 4.
His number 4, Manning, with his first catch of the game.
Second and 4th at the 27-yard line. And let's see what...
Like CD East here is in man coverage.
Let's see if this is the winning strategy here.
Still is back. He's firing, completing. And that is caught by number 3, Siobhan Anderson.
Great name and a great catch.
Sounds like Anderson and Manning are the names that we might be saying a lot tonight, even though they only had 1 catch. Seems like they're good nominees for targets from Najee Still.
And sometimes it's just a 2 to 3 man show that really carries on the game. I mean, obviously everyone else does, but sometimes when it comes to the quarterback, he knows exactly who to send it to, and it does not disappoint. And beautifully done. Got at the 41st yard line and taken down to the 45th yard line, if my eyes are not deceiving me.
And that is a nice catch there by Villon.
It has now progressed to the 45th yard line. York, PA, or York High School rather, on the offense. First down and 10 at 45.
And Still is back. And he has a quick release and he connects.
Oh, mercy. Nicely done. Takes it past the 30-yard line into the 27th yard.
That is number 5, Jacine Mete. And that, folks, is 4 wide receivers that have touched the ball so far in this game. Not a whole lot of running in this game so far for the Bearcats, but they don't have to run the ball if they're connecting that well on their passes.
Right. Getting closer here. First down and 10 at the 30-yard line. And a flag on the play. And okay, catch what happened. Catch what happened. I bet a W where it doesn't need to be quetch. Catch what happened. Looked like a false start.
Yep, false start on the Bearcats, and that'll be one penalty for them so far.
10 minutes ago, first quarter. And so far, this progression is looking pristine by York.
The only time they've gone backwards is that last penalty they just had. Still connects.
Man, nicely done there. Caught by number 8.
Samir Gwynn with his second catch of the game.
He most certainly did progress there on the field. It looked like the defense kind of, at least maybe should have put the pressure on him.
Yeah, for sure. CD East is definitely back on their heels here in this game against this Bearcats offense. This Bearcats offense is very streaky. Still has a very, very, very quick three-step drop back, and he's a very, very quick decision-making arm.
And
they decide to pass yet again. Not surprised. This Bearcat offense. That is number 4. It's another catch for Malachi Manning.
Yeah, nicely caught there. Good reading from the quarterback and good reading from the receiver.
2 catches there for Malachi Manning already. 2 catches for Samir Gwynn. 1 catch for Jacine Mate. And 1 catch for Savan Anderson. And here we are, 3rd and 3. 8:44 left, first quarter. 4 wide receivers set. Still rolls to the right. He rushes, keeps it, goes down for about 5 yards, and is tackled.
To me, it looked like his execution was correct. It looked like his dexterity, all that was where it needed to be. It just looks like the field actually was working against him there. He did slip a little bit.
Yeah, absolutely. Might be a little bit of moisture there. That was a great tackle by number 7, Avery Romaine of the Panthers of CD East. And as we spoke about earlier, this is not unfamiliar territory for both of these teams as they normally play the opening game against each other. Kind of curious what the overall record is in that rivalry.
Somewhere deep in the archives.
Still is back. He's passing. He's looking. It's a little bit too hot.
Would have definitely gained some ground, but that defense was looking pretty tight. I mean, you're looking at number 58 and number 8 there. They had some pretty good coverage.
And that pass was intended for Savan Anderson. That would have been his second catch. Would have equaled him with 2 other of his teammates' catch totals so far.
Got some mighty fine, hefty athletes here as well. I'm seeing as high as 250 pounds, 290 pounds.
Wow. Some meaty dudes, man.
That's on Central Dauphin.
Definitely some big guys up front, but doesn't seem to matter for the Bearcats. Bearcats' offensive line has been blocking incredibly.
Absolutely. And it looks like Central Dauphin retained the ball, but there is a foul called.
And that handoff was to Jaden Chase. He's listed as a wide receiver, but he got that handoff.
Full stop. And the penalty goes to I'm lost in the names. York. We've been covering only 2 games here so far, and I'm already mixing schools up.
Yeah, it happens, man. We're going to blame part of that on age a little bit.
Yeah. We'll go with that.
We're lucky if we wake up and both of our knees don't hurt. You know, we're like praying and hoping that just one of them does, and we can still stand up.
I'm not even on the field, and I'm feeling exhausted, you know? Just seeing them get tackled, you know, just like, give them a break, you know?
And Central Dauphin is prepared to snap the ball in a 3 wide receiver set, and they decide to hand it off, and there's a great blocking up front for the offensive line of the Panthers.
Beautifully done. I mean, that was a great catch and a great tackle as well. That was number 7 that caught that ball, Avery Romaine. Nicely done.
Yeah, that's the second time we said that name already tonight. Seems like he's going to be a factor for sure. No, CD East does like to run the ball a lot, so it won't be surprising to see if they keep to this ground game.
First down and 10 at the 36-yard line.
And some of the matchups that we are keeping our eye on tonight is Zach Brown versus Siobhan Anderson. So that would be Zach Brown of the Panthers against Siobhan Anderson of the Bearcats. Also want to focus on York High's offensive line versus CD East defensive line, which we saw that display last time, and which team can win the line of scrimmage. So which big boys up front are going to push other big boys up front the other way?
Searching to put butts covered. We can definitely see Central Dauphin has the muscle here. And great catch there. All right, number 11 from Central Dauphin, that being Garen Gisaman. Again, my apologies for any mispronunciations. I believe I know that, though. If not, please let me know.
Gisaman's first catch of the game there. And he's being thrown to by Mackay George, the quarterback of the Central Dauphin Panthers.
Got here. Offense is looking pretty good here by Central Dauphin. I mean, either way, it's been looking like it's off to a good start for these two guys. I mean, we saw a pretty strong defense, a lot of progression here from York, PA. But right now, Central Dauphin looks like they have a pretty good reading on the field.
And it is intercepted by number 10.
Beautifully done. I just jinxed Central Dauphin, but nonetheless, that was fantastic catch there by number 10.
Miguel Colon with the interception. And that was the first mistake for CD East.
Oh, man.
From up here, it's hard to see what he was seeing, George, but it didn't look like a clear path. But it's hard to predict up here in the booth exactly what you're seeing on the field. But regardless, you can't take anything away from that defensive play, man. Just a heads-up play there by this very young core.
Yeah, from my view, it looked like he was getting a little bit choked down. Made a bit of a rash decision, but right now you're looking at number 1 with the ball, and it's out of bounds. And taken down to the 42nd yard line, it looked like.
And that interception was by Miguel Colon on that play by the Bearcats, and he is a junior, so he definitely has a little bit of experience and is a little bit seasoned compared to a lot of these Bearcats that are very young on this team. And just like that, the Bearcats are only 20 yards behind where they were before and just gave up the ball one time to CD East, and CD East didn't want the ball. They gave it back.
Right. I mean, it was a risky call there. But, I mean, overall, so far from what we've seen, Central Dauphin has been pretty strong on the offense. Just unfortunately for them in that play, it definitely did cause them to lose the ball. And it goes back to York as they are now on the offense.
Yeah, and that last play there was intended for Manning, from Still to Manning, and a little bit out of his reach. It'll bring up 3rd and 9 for the Bearcats. And like we said, the keys to the game is winning the line of scrimmage. You really need to win the line of scrimmage, and so far, I do got to say that the Bearcats are doing a little bit better on that, especially when their offensive line is on the field. See if the CD East can get a little bit of pressure here up front and try to get a little bit of pressure on the quarterback still, and maybe possibly get a couple sacks this game.
Let's see what we got here. And it's looking good. Taken down to the 45th yard line.
Was a pitch out to Sylvan Anderson, who we just talked about watching, and he has one catch already too. So he obviously is not just a running back; he is a catching running back also, which is very, very dangerous at this level.
It's a little bit stagnant right now for York in terms of offense. You're looking at 4th down and 10.
Yeah, they got up to a very, very quick start there at first, throwing a lot of short out plays and stuff like that. A couple cross plays. Seems like their offense is gelling here, but on 4th and 10, it seems they want to keep their offense on the field. Still is back. He's looking. He's firing.
Oh,
and it is incomplete. Looks like he had 2 wide receivers of his own, but it was very, very good coverage there.
Absolutely.
Great coverage by the DBs there. It's a hard position to play that I never ever wanted to. Number one, I'm slow. Number two, it's really, really hard to look up in the air and have the coordination to not only not trip over your own feet, but try to keep up with the receiver. And number three, trying to keep up with that ball that's in the air. It's three hard things that is very, very hard to do, and that's a very abundant position, very much in demand.
Absolutely. Makes all the difference in the world, though, if you can recover from that.
Yeah, you imagine being in the NFL trying to keep up with somebody like CeeDee Lamb or something like that. Like, yeah, good luck.
Millions of watching.
Right? And CeeDee East with a rush from number 7. That was Avery Romaine. It's about the third time we called his name this game. Seems like the focal of the offense is going to be around him so far this game. I don't know if that's going to stay true throughout the rest of these 3 quarters after this, but offense definitely has their work cut out for them.
Let's see what we got going on with Central Dauphin now in the action.
And very good defense there by the Bearcats. Not much going there.
Yeah, it looked like he was trying to break through the impossibility. I mean, that defense was absolutely tight. It was doing everything it should, and he tried to run through it, but it denied him.
Pretty stout line there for the Bearcats so far, as they've held CeeDee East to very minimal yards, especially on this drive. 3rd and 5, 350 even. First quarter. Friday Night Lights, Smalls Field. Roxamore Sports partnering with Sports Shooting Stars. We bring the game to you. And he's breaking it out. Number 7. Yet again, Avery Romaine.
Yeah, Avery Romaine. I have a feeling he's going to be somebody we'll call on a lot here. That was a fantastic play. He's been making pretty good catches and decisions throughout this game.
Absolutely. Reminded me of almost like a Jerome Bettis, kind of the bus, just running somebody over like that, you know, and displaying his speed. But got to give credit there, yet again, winning the line of scrimmage. And CeeDee East won the line of scrimmage on that play. And that's what happens when you win the line of scrimmage a lot of times. You have positive yards and positive gains as they displayed there. And we are 9 minutes into this game, and a lot of action so far, but no scores. The other game was totally different. We had 2 touchdowns before 6-minute mark of the first quarter. So, like you said earlier today, had a blowout that thought was going to get extremely out of control, and then the Canadian team came back. So,
yeah,
anything can happen in this tournament. It's great.
Absolutely. I mean, yeah, it's a good incomplete. Yeah, it's a good indication of how these two teams are performing in terms of offense and defense. And it seems like it's, at least from my view, it seems like it's pretty equally matched for the most part. You're seeing a lot of pressure right now from Central Dauphin. They did lose that last ball to an interception, but back when they were on the offense previously. But now they're back on the offense, and it is looking pretty strong.
Yeah, for sure. That offensive line's blocking pretty well for CeeDee. See if they can keep it up here. 2nd and 10.
Is it on a separate laptop?
The Panthers are in a 2 wide receiver set here. Looks like it's setting up for a handoff, possibly. It is not. Ball is tipped again.
My, oh, me, my. That was looking pretty good.
Take notes, kids, as we talked about earlier. If you cannot get to that quarterback as a defensive lineman, get those hands up in the air and knock that ball down.
Yeah, great work from the lineman there. It was looking like a pretty decent shot, but that block was, dare I say, better.
Yeah, 3rd and 10 here, and at the 28-yard line, it's definitely debatable. You're hiking the ball with everything back about 17 yards, which would probably put this at more of like a 43-yard field goal, which is incredible for high school football.
Absolutely. High school football, where legends are made. And, of course, we have scouters watching, paving the way.
And CeeDee East was getting ready, and looked like they had a little bit of confusion there, and we will have our first time out of the game. CeeDee East.
Right now, your score is 0-0. With 2 minutes and 54 seconds on the clock here for the first quarter. And as always, thank you for joining us here for this live broadcast coverage of the 4th year of the Rose Bowl football event here at York, PA. I believe we're at the small stadium. Am I getting that name correct? I feel like
Yes.
Okay,
This is
all right.
considered Smalls Field. This is the home field of the Bearcats. You can see the famous football that you could get a picture with. I know I saw the local news channels down there with that earlier, so that's a significant monument, you could say, here that people are well known of.
Absolutely, absolutely.
And be posted for other games throughout this weekend. We have other games coming up tomorrow, starting at 12:30.
It should be a fantastic weekend. And look at that pass. It is looking, it was looking juicy, but unfortunately the receiver just was not there in time to receive it in the end zone. Had he been there, that connection would have been a short touchdown. Unfortunately, that speed just did not match his.
Yeah, led a little bit too far, and as I said before, these games tomorrow are going to be just as good, if not better, than these games today are. You're going to be seeing at 12:30 York Tech versus James Buchanan. At 4 o'clock, you're going to see Bishop McDevitt going against Clarkson, North Canada. And also tomorrow night, I've mentioned this 2 or 3 times in this broadcast throughout this evening, that is going to be a banger. Harrisburg versus Imhotep Charter.
You're looking forward to that. And a flag on the play.
And that was a great pass there from George to number 0, Jaden Chase.
Jaden Chase.
That was an incredible catch. Was not very close to his body, but showed his great hands of pulling that ball in.
No argument there. That was a great display of precision. And right now, we are first down and 10 at the 20. Actually, I lied to you.
It's a penalty against the Bearcats, so would have been back there, I believe. So now it looks like it's closer to maybe the 12-yard line, possibly.
If I'm
1st and 6 from the 12. City is in a 2-wide receiver set here. Man in motion.
Okay, and he's trying to rush it in. What do we have? Almost there, but not quite. Just outside of the end zone. He's trying to push it in with tremendous force.
Absolutely. Good push by the front line there for the Panthers. Really good push, but couldn't quite punch it in. Looks like they're sitting on about exactly the 1-yard line. Honestly, couldn't tell who that was that rushed the ball there.
And 2 minutes ago, here for the first quarter. Right now, it is 0-0, but that's looking like it could possibly change with Central Dauphin possibly getting this one into the end zone. And what do we have?
2 wide receivers set, and they decide to hand it off to Avery Romaine, who has been a go-to and has found his momentum throughout this first quarter, but was denied there by the Panthers defense. Sorry, Bearcats defense.
Yeah, strong defense there by the Bearcats. 3rd down and 4th.
You would think they'd be getting pummeled this whole entire quarter so far for how close the ball is at the goal line for the Panthers here, but their defense really hasn't played too bad. They knocked down a bunch of balls, but really need a big stop here on 3rd and 4 to try to force either a 4th and goal field goal attempt. But see what happens here. Handoff to Chase again, and he is stopped. So let's see what happens.
And we're talking about some human bulldozers here, man. And when it comes to
Absolutely.
Central Dauphin, when they push, they'll push. You'll feel it.
Yeah, see what head coach here, Tyshawn Pollard, first season coach, comes up with, and it looks like he might be sending his field goal unit out here for an attempt.
4th down and 2. He's going to go ahead and kick it right in, playing it safe.
Kicking it from the 9-yard line. Be a 19-yard field goal.
Oh!
Kick is up.
Yeah, flag on the play.
Kick was no good, but it looks like we're going to have a penalty against the Bearcats that might force a 1st down for the Panthers.
Yeah, that was definitely uncalled for, but right now we're looking at 0-0.
Really hard
29
to
seconds.
really hard to stop that momentum when you're moving forward like that. When you got all that weight and just adrenaline going at one time, you know, it's easier said than done. When you're, I don't know how they do in the NFL, and they're like, you need to tackle this guy a certain way, and it's like your momentum's going, and you can only contour your body so many different ways in that situation.
It definitely does happen, yes. Especially when you're like running on elevation or you're just running in general. You see it sometimes, and you run right into a wall. It's happened to the best of us.
And we'll just see how big that penalty was, because now the Panthers have the ball with a first down instead of fourth down on the 1 yard line. See if they can punch it in here. Handoff is the number 7.
And it's
Avery Romaine.
Avery Romaine with a touchdown.
And he is in for a touchdown. CD East.
Nicely done, nicely done.
First score of the game. A little bit of ground and pound there. Didn't do a whole lot of passing there, but you know what? It doesn't really matter what you do as long as the scoreboard does not say 0 and you're the team scoring it.
Absolutely. And they almost just went for a kick. I mean, that would have been less points, but Nay instead hit a touchdown, so that's not bad at all. Now they're going in for the extra point.
Yeah, it's a huge mental error for your special teams on defense there. If you're the Bearcats, got to be conscious of that. But like you said, it's one of those gray and touchy areas where it's really hard to stop yourself when your momentum's going forward like that.
Absolutely.
Gotta appreciate the effort though for trying to block that.
So it was Central that just scored, not
And the extra point is good.
so that's Central that's up 7-0. So this is backwards. I got it. Thank you. Yep. So now, so they got it screwed up. They got York in away colors, but now
26 seconds to go here in the first quarter. And so far, it has been a fantastic game here between these two teams. The offense from both sides and the defense from both sides. I mean, that is a chef's kiss. Obviously, room for improvement, and we're going to see the game definitely shift gears as it goes on. But right now, so far, so good from these two teams.
Absolutely. See what Najee still can do with the ball when they get it back here on offense. A little bit of confusion of who was going to take the ball there for the Bearcats on the return, but they figured it out.
He is still going. My man.
He is going forward.
35 and a flag on the play.
That was a great return there by number 3. That was Savon Anderson.
Tremendous momentum, man. Like you said, you can't stop the momentum once you go in, and that certainly was the case for him. I mean, he just kept going.
Yeah, for sure. Coaches teach you to keep your legs going, and that's why they do the sled drills and all that good stuff in practice for that exact reason right there. You might have 3-4 guys in front of you, but you might also have 3-4 guys behind you that are your teammates that are pushing you forward. As long as you keep those legs running and that momentum goes forward, you're meeting the goal that the whole team is trying to achieve.
Absolutely, absolutely. 7-0, 16 seconds.
And it looks like we got a penalty flag there. Didn't necessarily catch exactly what the penalty was, but the Bearcats are moving forward 10 yards. They are on the 50-yard line. Still's looking for a handoff. He hands it off to number 4. He's down the sideline to the 30, 25, and out of bounds around the 19-yard line.
8 seconds to go. First down and 10. Beautifully done, though. I mean, overall.
It's an incredible run there. I think that was number 4, Manning. Malachi Manning, who has 2 receptions earlier in this game. An incredible 20-yard run there.
Absolutely. It seems like some noticeable differences in the advantages here. When it comes to Central Dauphin, it seems like they have a lot of power and they are able to push through. It's more incremental with them, but with New York, I'm noticing a lot of speed. It seems like speed is their advantage here, and they are able to cover a lot of ground for that defense. I mean, that defense from Central Dauphin, they mean business, and they're able to keep that pressure at bay for the most part.
Yeah, absolutely. And Russ Stoner has been here for 9 years, and he's seen that, done that, and it seems like he's seen something in this offense. A little bit of scrappiness, a little bit of speed. Like I said, saw a lot of like cross plays, saw a lot of out plays, some slants ran. a lot of quickness, and
Absolutely.
he has a 3-step drop that is incredible. He has a great arm and a really, really good quick release, which is very rare to find in high school football these days. So
Absolutely.
commend Still for being so calm in the pocket, and he really hasn't needed a lot of time because they haven't really like thrown the ball down the field very much. So it's been a lot of like really, really quick plays. But if that's what works and that's what the defense gives you, that's what you take.
Absolutely. You need a sharp mind to make sharp decisions here. And while we're at it, quick shout out to My Niche TV Network. You're with us and Roxamore Sports Live, and of course we are right next to Ashley.
Yes, from Sports Shooting Stars, we bring the game to you. We greatly appreciate you. And the Bearcats go with a handoff here.
Second quarter, 10 seconds in.
Got about half of the 10 yards they needed there, about 5. Brings it down to the 17-yard line. Bearcats are trying to equal out this score. Lopsided of 7-0 to possibly go into halftime either tied or play some really good defense after this possession and get a stop and go up themselves.
Absolutely, and
Looks like the Bearcats had a little bit of confusion there and had to call a timeout.
it's looking like this could go either way, though. I mean, York, PA, they got some good veterans on their team. We have a few sophomores and seniors, a lot of seniors for the Bearcats. And for Central Dauphin, just taking a quick little glance at, I'm seeing a lot of seniors and sophomores here. It seems like more seniors than sophomores, but
Yeah, it seems like the Panthers are a little bit more seasoned. Like you said, it looks like there's a lot more juniors and seniors. I do see some freshmen on there, but definitely a lot of freshmen and sophomores, as we talked about earlier, and our keys to the game and stuff. It's just really just getting some gelling and some chemistry together for this Bearcats team. But honestly, so far, if you're sitting on the 17-yard line, you're only down 7-0 in this first half of this game. I'd be pretty happy if I was the Bearcats.
absolutely. Yeah, it seems like it's a pretty good stack of power here. And right now, we are in action.
And that handoff is to Malachi Manning.
Right now, the game is being carried over to my blind side. I lost track of the ball there, but
Pretty good stop there by CD East. Didn't gain anything there. Still on the 19-yard line. 3rd down and 2.
good snap back, and he's going to try to run in right through the middle. He's taken out at the 10-yard line.
And that was a handoff to Savon Anderson. Hear that name a lot today so far, and probably will hear it much more in the second half. That was enough for Bearcats' first down.
First down and 10. Let's see. It is.
And it's a keeper.
Oh.
He's rushing to the left, and he's down, and he is in for the touchdown. York High Bearcats. Tied game 7-7 with a 10:28 left in the second quarter.
Nicely done. Nicely done.
That was Najee Still with the touchdown.
Ajay still.
We've had a couple stars here for the Bearcats so far. One on offense, one on defense. Mikael Cologne had an interception earlier, and Still with a touchdown for the Bearcats.
Absolutely starting off the season quite strong. I mean, he's a senior for his high school. And that is the first points on the board here for York, PA. It's now 6-7. They're going in for that extra point, and let's see where they go with this one.
Going for 2 in the back of the end zone. Goes up for it and catches it.
And
2-point conversion is good. That is Jason Mate with his second reception of the game. That one being a 2-point conversion. Just coincidence that we spoke earlier about how important it is for these kickers to make these extra points. Not that any kickers have missed any extra points here, but now your back is up against the wall a little bit in high school football. I love this when they go for 4th down a lot. A lot of times they'll go for 2-point conversions just to force that other team. You might have to make a game-time decision at the end of the game and end up trying to go for 2 instead of kicking that extra point. If you have that locked-in go-to kicker that never misses any extra points, you have to utilize that and you have to practice those 2-point conversions and practice a lot, or you could end up losing a game on something like that. So kudos to the Bearcats for kind of throwing a little bit of trickery in there this early in the game.
Yeah, definitely a risky decision. Usually play it safe, but I mean, that was fantastic. They have the lead now, just like that. And ball is caught.
And it's fielded by number 5, Amir Lamel.
Fantastic tackle there by number 18 from the Bearcats. That being, let me just get my eyes across this roster here with my almost 20/20 vision here. Sanchez.
I think it's Glenn. That was a 20-yard return there. Looks like they're starting off at the 35-yard line.
8/7. It is a close game, and this is what I love, man. I'm not rooting for either team, right? Like I said to you, I am always a sucker for the underdog story. I'm always a sucker for a close game. I'm always a sucker for a clutch game at the end, and it turns around. Close games, I love it, man.
Yeah, absolutely. Can't agree anymore. Had a lot of good games in the Rose Bowl last year, and good games so far this year. The Southwest game was a little bit of a blowout, but it happens in these tournaments, man. Absolutely. That's why you go into them. You never know what level of team you're going to play when you go in there. You can do all your homework that you want, and it doesn't matter. That underdog can always win.
Absolutely.
There's no losers in this game until the end of the game is over.
Absolutely.
And it looks like the CD East has a 3 wide receiver set here, possibly giving a handoff, and they do.
Okay, I see it. Gain a yard there.
Yeah. Feed Avery Romaine and trust your front line. The coach trusts the front line. Avery Romaine trusts the front line. Avery Romaine trusts his own legs, and he is running crazy this game so far. Nothing broken off so far, but his front line's blocking pretty well. Bearcats are getting pretty good penetration up front here, though, so we're looking at a 3rd and 9.
Absolutely. Yeah, we mentioned that we're going to probably see a lot of Avery Romaine, and so far that has been the case. Phenomenal player. Offense is looking good here from Central Dauphin, but the defense is also looking great from York, PA. Let's see where this quarterback sends it off to and into out of bounds.
Yeah, that pass was intended for Amir Lamel of the Panthers. Could not connect. Brings up 4th down.
Good pass there, nonetheless. Well, good intention by George Mackay. It looks like that would have been just enough to gain him some ground, but not enough to take it to the end zone. But it was a little bit too far out for anyone to receive.
Definitely would have been a first down and kept their offense on the field here, but unfortunately it did not work out that way. CD East is prepared to punt.
Yeah, 4th down and 9 at the 44th-yard line. And just take it back to York, PA.
John Vallon was back for that. Left it go. Takes a very good bounce for CD East. Wow. That was an incredible punt.
Absolutely.
I think he ended up netting about 50 yards on that punt. I've seen a couple good punts here today.
It's definitely looking good.
We're approaching 9-11 here till halftime. 8-7 game, and we're not watching baseball.
All right. Baseball.
Sounds like a baseball score, but totally is not.
Baseball's one of the sports that just go on and on and on.
Do you like it live? Can you watch baseball live?
I can watch it live.
Okay.
Yeah. I prefer it to be there in person if I'm going to watch it. I'm supposed to watch it on TV, but
there's some sports that are better in person and some sports that are better on TV. But I've been to NBA, NFL. I like them live. Baseball, I prefer a little bit more on TV. But
really,
that's just me. Yeah.
And
Bearcats handoff, and that was a great tackle by the Panthers. That was Savon Anderson yet again. seems to be a very popular name in Bearcat country this year.
Absolutely. Yeah, those are fantastic tackles, great defense. We mentioned that this defense is tight. They're definitely built. If you look at their weight class here, we're talking about 190, 290. I mean, it's up there. But right now, the speed is really working to the advantage of York, although they're not able to gain a lot of ground here in this play.
Yeah, and Savon Anderson is one of the matchups that we discussed earlier in the broadcast that we want to watch. Savon Anderson versus Zach Brown of the Panthers. Seems like there hasn't been one exact defender for Central Dauphin East that has stood out. It seems like it's been collaboratively throughout the game so far for this defense. They are just ball hawks to the ball.
Yeah, absolutely. I would love to see how they practice and how they work on this communication, because it looks like it's absolutely there. And looks like he's just trudging through.
Yeah, and still can run, man. He is a great running quarterback, and that is a lethal weapon to have in high school football.
Yeah, great work there. I believe that was number 7 from.
And he made that all happen by himself. Didn't get a whole lot of the front line. Kind of broke down a little bit there. The Central Dauphin got a little bit of penetration and still said, "I'm pulling this down and going for a good rush of 9 yards here, making it 3rd and 1."
Absolutely. And here we go.
Big hole up the middle.
Got to hand it to York when they see that opening. They take advantage of it.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it, man. If you can hand that ball off to Savon Anderson and feed him 40 times this game, and that's what works, and you don't have to pass it one more time, you go with the flow, man.
Absolutely. And snap back, and he's going to try to win it yet again. They didn't gain much ground in that one, but
this ground and pound, though, man, it can open up that play action pass, and if it doesn't, and that's what you stick to, and that's your bread and butter. One thing that's going to happen in this game is that CD East is either going to have to, number one, switch their players in and out and get some second string guys in, or that number one defense is going to wear down by the second half.
Absolutely, man. That is.
It's like they're sticking to the ground game and keeping his legs moving. I think he was stopped after about 3 yards, and he probably ended up gaining about another 5 after his offensive line was relentlessly pushing behind him.
Definitely a display of tremendous strength there. I mean, that is a lot of weight you're going against with motion, to it.
Absolutely. And these guys at this level, they're just shredded. I walked by a couple of them with their shirts off earlier after the first game, and I was like, okay, I see you. Definitely putting the work in the weight room.
Absolutely.
As still keeps the ball again, and this offensive line just keeps pushing forward for him, and he gets just enough for the first down, I believe.
Yeah, that's good work there by Najee Steele.
Hey, he is a powerhouse, man. It's incredible to see how versatile the Bearcats offense has been for how young they are. A lot of freshmen, a lot of sophomores, and they started off with a lot of those quick passes and slants and stuff, and now it seems like they're going to more of a quarterback sneak situation.
And ref blows the whistle there. Trying to see what the call is.
Not really sure what happened there.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looked like it was kind of just an official's timeout there. No penalty necessarily. Ball's on the 41, 1st and 10.
Okay, and it's looking good. He's running it in
Still
there.
keeps it himself. No matter how good you are at that, at some point in time, you got to at least switch it up a little bit, maybe throw in a couple passes there, because then you just become too detectable by the defense.
Right. And again, that's something we saw in the previous game. I mean, you really want to defy expectations, get that advantage in there on the offense. Just always psych him up. But, I mean, the few times he does do it, when he goes through, that breakthrough is clean.
Yes, it is.
Yeah. Just like
incredible
that.
Blocking there on the left side. That offensive line is incredible today.
Yeah, beautiful work there by Najee.
Yeah, Savan Anderson is running like crazy tonight. I think he's trying to play the role of Forrest Gump.
And here we go, and it's past the 30-yard line, and it looks like to me down at the 27 or 28th-yard line.
A pretty good rush there by number 4. That was Malachi Manning. Tackled by number 55.
Second down and 10 at the 27-yard line.
Second down and 5, and looks like the referees saw something they didn't like there before that play. It's 2 times that we've had a stop and play, and I've personally been confused on exactly what happened there.
5 minutes and 21 seconds so far. It is a close game, and it can be a little bit further.
Bearcats here looking to maybe possibly go up 15-7.
Absolutely. Get that gap going on. And let's see what we have here.
Got a man in motion here, number 8. And they decide to hand it off. Pretty good defense there by CD East. Prevented them from getting the first down. Only gained a couple yards. Looks like it's going to bring up 3rd down and 4.
Now, what would you say your overall critique is for the offense here?
My critique for the offense, looks like they have a spread offense here with 4 wide receivers. Kind of trying to trick the defense here into maybe possibly going out and maybe handing it off, but they don't decide to. They decide to throw a quick out here.
Pass
Number 4, Malachi Manning. I think that pass was a little bit too low for him to handle.
Right. A few times you do see them receive a pass that low, though. I mean, it's phenomenal. But
yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Some guys can dig that out of the ground, and sometimes it's just a little too low to dig out of the ground.
Absolutely. Back in Pittsburgh, there's a team, the Woodland Hills Wolverines. I mean, there's a player that they had, Scoop Smith. When the ball went high and you don't think anyone could reach it, he managed to jump up there and grab that.
Yep,
I mean,
that's
he's a basketball player, so I mean, of course, that's like jumping's kind of like, just second nature to them.
Yeah, absolutely. And there's been a lot of guys over the years, Jimmy Graham in the NFL and stuff, that were like prior basketball players that decided to play football, and then they just can literally do any sport. Absolutely. Playing basketball then just has you leaping and bounding over people that are, almost your same exact height, and it's pretty incredible to see, to be honest.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Yeah, Buffalo Bills come to mind when it comes to basketball players playing in football. Let's see what we have right now.
Yeah, and especially track stars. Get track stars that are in football too, and then everybody's trying to catch this guy that runs like a 4.3,
Absolutely. That was one of my sports back in high school, was track.
Wow.
And soccer, yeah, it was good with the legs, not so much with the arms,
Yeah, sprinting is important, man.
Yeah.
I think I run a 14.3. Just kidding. And Still is back, and he's looking, and he has a man. That is Malachi Manning again.
Nicely done. And I hear the cowbells from the audience as well.
Yeah, I love that. Malachi Manning with unofficially at least 4 catches today. So
it's been a long second. I mean, it's been a long second quarter, first half. I mean, a lot of things have been happening here.
Yeah.
Offense looking great. Defense right now, they're holding back that fantastic offense. I mean, that is saying a lot from both sides.
Yeah, for sure.
And as it's marked on the scoreboard, I mean, 8-7. It's a close game. Hopefully it continues this way.
One thing you got to be proud of if you're the Bearcats is there hasn't been a boatload of penalties against you. And for how young of a team that you have here, if you had that good discipline, compare this to the first game. We had how many penalties just in the first quarter or first half alone? I think it was 10 or 12 penalties in the first half alone. So to have that discipline at this level and players that are this young is pretty commendable. Let's see what they can do here in a 3 wide receiver set. Got a man in motion here.
Ooh, nice.
Decides to throw it a little bit too hot.
That would have been something, though. Had he caught that, I have no doubt he would have been able to get it close enough to the end zone. That was intended to pass to number 8. That being, oh boy, Gwynn.
Samir Gwynn.
The logo's kind of blurred a little bit on the roster there, so.
We're getting there, man. We're getting there, and especially locally as the season goes on, I'll get a lot more familiarized with these players also.
Absolutely. As often as I do this sport, you think I'd bring my reading glasses with me one day, but I just don't.
Yeah, and still with a pass there behind the line, kind of quick decision there for John Velton to get on the ball. I think that would have been a live ball.
It's looking steady here in terms of the defense.
Bearcats are looking at 4th and 9 yet again. Earlier they had a 4th down. I think it was 4-ish. Decided to go for it, and yet again here they are 4th and 9, and they're keeping their offense on the field with confidence. See what Still can do here. He's handing it off. And it looks like it's a touchdown, but it's debatable because there's a flag, and it might possibly be holding, which I think it is.
A good practice one, though.
Yeah, Savon Anderson there with his first takeaway touchdown of the year, unfortunately.
Right. And 3 minutes and 8 seconds to go here before we head into the second half of this game.
Yeah, instead of a first down there, or a touchdown, I should say, and 4th and 9, now it goes to a 4th and 14, and makes your decision as Coach Russ Stoner a little bit more challenging. Looks like their offense is still on the field here. It seems, I don't even know what the percentage is, but I'm kind of curious of how often they go for 4th downs in high school football. I mean, you're down this close, and if you do turn the ball over, then the other team does have to march about 75 yards to score themselves. With only 3 minutes left, would be a very difficult task to accomplish.
Definitely one for the books if they can accomplish it, though. Let's see, and he's still going. He's still looking great. That's number 3. Number 3 from York, PA.
Siobhan Anderson again, the one that just scored the touchdown and had it taken back, I think is a little furious, man, because he was taking out on every step that he took on that incredible run.
And sometimes that's the kind of power you need, provided it doesn't go anywhere else besides your performance. And
that's the situation there where you don't take that frustration out on your teammate and say, hey, man, you know that last penalty was absolutely terrible. You know what? You believe in your teammates, and you run it to the exact same side that guy got a penalty, and you got the first down. That was incredible.
Absolutely. Great work there.
You got the touchdown, even though it was a penalty on 4th and 9. You went back 5 yards, and it didn't matter.
Now we are looking at the 10-yard line here. First down and 10. That's such a cluster of people I lost where the ball's at.
Yeah, so it was my mistake that I actually thought that the Bearcats got the first down on that last play, and they unfortunately did not, and turned the ball over. My mistake. So now CD East is working from way deep in their zone, just shy of the 10-yard line. At this point in time, you want to score, but you also don't want the other team to score. You don't want to make any mistakes. You don't want to throw the ball sloppily in this situation and have the other team pick it off, or any offensive lineman knock the ball up in the air and have it a free-for-all. You also don't want to have a strip from the Panthers. So, Bearcats, pardon me.
And let's see where he sends that ball off to. It's number 5, but that pass is incomplete. Looking like a really good lineup there, though, in my opinion.
Yeah, he looked pretty good there. Amir Lamel. We have said that name earlier in this game.
Yeah, Lamir Lamel at the right place to receive that ball, but that blocking was great by the defense as well.
That's a badass name, by the way.
Absolutely.
Amir Lamel. Commend his mom for that name, man. It's awesome. I was named Ashley by my parents for some odd reason. You know, they were thinking, you know what? He's a guy, but we're going to name him Ashley. Thank you so much.
I like it. I like it.
It could be like Tracy or something, man. You know,
yeah.
Why am I complaining?
I mean,
I've met Stacy's, Tracy's, Kim's, and I'm like, man, you guys are suffering.
I mean, I made a name that I can't even say on there right now, but I'm like, I can't believe that's your name, man.
You know, it almost made me want to name my daughter John or like George, you know, just in a little bit of revenge, but it wasn't her fault, you know? Just kidding.
I mean, Ashley is a great name, man. You make it great. So.
Okay, thank you, sir. Appreciate that. You know what is also great? Us being here in collaboration with both of the crews that we're announcing for, Roxamore and Sports Shooting Stars. We can't thank you guys enough for this opportunity, York County, for the opportunity to be in this incredible city and this great Rose Bowl tournament opening weekend, not opening night, of the football season around here for high school sports. It's awesome.
Absolutely. And shout out to My Niche TV Network.
Absolutely. And we stream throughout the year. We do also other sports. We stream basketball. So if you guys ever want to tune in, especially when it's a little bit chillier outside, and check us out on YouTube or Facebook or Instagram, we greatly appreciate your views.
And we're back in the action here. Man, look at that. Oh, unfortunately, that just connected with no one, but that was a very powerful pass intended to go to number 1 from Central Dauphin, number 1 being Amilo Bassett.
And that was a Mackay George firing that ball. Just didn't have too much luck there, but got to take the good with the bad, man.
Absolutely. 2 minutes and 1 second frozen on the clock here.
And if you're the Bearcats, you're looking pretty good here. See if you can get a good return here. He's setting up to receive the kick at the 41-yard line. They should have very good field position when they get their offense on the field. He decides to field it and run it up the sideline, and he gets the hoy up to the 25-yard line.
Beautifully done. That was number 8, if my eyes are not deceiving me. Indeed, it is number 8 from the Bearcats. That being Samir Gwynn.
That was incredible, man. That he really showed the burst of speed on the outside there. Didn't look like anybody was going to catch him. And I don't know if anybody necessarily caught him, but they did manage to at least get him out of bounds before he got to the end zone.
Yeah, that's the thing with the York Bearcats. I mean, we've seen them once they have that ball and they're charging. That speed only gets faster and faster as they go on.
And one thing about the going into the first half here, CD East does get the ball in the second half because the Bearcats received it in the first half. So, if anything, try to hold them to a field goal here and only be down 4 points. It'd be an incredible win.
Absolutely. They can make it happen. They're getting closer to the end zone here, and he gets taken out at the 26-yard line.
I was still handoff to Malachi Manning. He managed to get 4 yards, 2nd down and 6.
So they place it at the 27th-yard line.
Bearcats decide to not call a timeout here with 1:25 left. Got 1 timeout left.
So in this position, what do you say? Just send it off to the wide receiver? Nope, he's going to charge right in.
As a fake handoff to Manning and went out the middle. Instead, short gain.
I don't know if it would have been better to send it off to a wide receiver at that point, but I mean,
yeah. At this point, I don't know what if the desperation button is being pushed to try to get this closer to the end zone, or if you're comfortable with trying to settle for a field goal here.
Right.
They haven't used their last time out yet, so to be determined.
Absolutely. And he's going to try rushing it in. That defense is tight, though, not waning, and
Savon Anderson yet again, but stopped. Very, very good push up front for CD East defensive line. That'll bring 4th and 6.
It's going to go against the York Bearcats.
That was a very good return there on that punt by the Bearcats to put themselves in good position here, but they're struggling mightily here to move the ball at all against CD East. And we haven't seen this from CD East throughout the game very much, but we said that it was going to come down to the line of scrimmage between these two teams, offense versus defense. It seems like on this drive, CD East has definitely stood their ground against the Bearcats offensive line.
Absolutely. Yeah, that defense, again, cannot stress it enough. It is holding firm, is definitely pushing back on an otherwise impressive offense. I would actually say Central Dauphin's defense is possibly even stronger than that of York Bearcats. At least so far from what we're seeing.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more, and kind of interested in seeing what they're doing here. It looks like Najee is still on the field, so kind of an interesting decision here offensively if you're going to go for this. I guess if you do get the ball over to the Panthers, they most likely are probably going to just kneel the ball and go into halftime happily and get the ball in the second half.
And
he decides to throw it to number 8. Not only does he get the first down, he gets down to the 5-yard line.
Number 8, that being Gwynn. At it yet again.
Gwynn again.
And look at that. First down and 6.
We are down to 20 seconds, and the Bearcats punch it in for a touchdown. Making the score 14. Bearcats, 7 Panthers.
Number 3 got it in to the end zone. That being Savon Anderson.
And that's a touchdown for Najee Steele, who had a rushing touchdown earlier from the quarterback position. And now Savon Anderson equals him. They did get that 2-point conversion earlier, so if they do tack this on, this will make it an 8-point game. Actually, they're going for 2 again.
And it's a miss.
There's a situation where you go for it 2 times on a touchdown for a 2-point conversion. You get one, you don't get the other one, and you still end up being up 7 points. At least you're not up 6. So if the other team does score that touchdown and decides to go for that extra point, then you're not losing the game.
Every little bit counts, especially this close in the game. Heading into the second half and 20 seconds on the clock here. But an impressive finish, at least for this quarter.
Yeah, for sure. I like the trust that Russ Stoner puts in this young team and this young offense. Going for 2 points on both of their touchdowns so far. It's very aggressive, and I truly enjoy it.
Absolutely.
I was like the edgy side of football where guys like Dan Campbell for the Lions in the NFL, they just kind of say, you know what, I'm going for it like 60% of the time on 4th down because I have so much confidence in my team. And we see an onside attempt there by the Bearcats. Does not work. The Panthers fall on it right around midfield. 48-yard line. And not a whole lot you can do here with 17.6 seconds left, you know. And
unless you got
just
miracles
be really, really happy if you're Coach Pollard here going into halftime and only being down 7 points, and you do get the ball back. And you can talk to your offense during halftime and see what kind of changes you can make, because this Bearcats defense has played pretty darn good against them so far.
Absolutely, absolutely. It's getting close. The second half of this game will definitely be something to remember. Let's see what we have right now from the offense. Central Dauphin, and sending it off to number 4.
They do decide to pass the ball and go for some yards there. That was a Landon Moore. That is his first catch of the game. We haven't said that name yet today.
Landon Moore.
Got to get 1 reception to get 10, correct?
And so far, we're gaining ground here.
13.2 seconds. It looks like they're going to at least try to put themselves in a situation where they might be able to attempt a field goal.
If they get close enough down at the 48-yard line, they can push it in just a little bit more under these 13 seconds. What? Oh, nice tackle there. He tried to run it in. Number 3, George Mackay.
Didn't work out exactly how he wanted it to, Marin.
Okay.
It looked like he was tackled by Sanchez, and with that, that'll bring us into halftime with a score of 14 Bearcats, 7
Absolutely.
Central Dauphin Panthers.
Definitely slowed the momentum there. Any ground from being covered. We'll be right back with your halftime report. 15 minutes until the second half of this game begins. Roxamore Sports Live here with
Sports Shooting Stars, Ashley Edwards. We bring the game to you.
All right, we'll be right back.
Trouble can find anyone. At Frank Walker Law, we take the time to understand your situation and work tirelessly on your behalf. Hard-hitting representation when you need it the most. A real law firm getting real results.
Sports Shooting Stars. We bring the game to you.
You already know who it is.
Uh-oh.
It's audio.
Got AI Roxamore up in here. We just can't quit, baby. Come on. Can't quit, won't quit, ain't never gon' quit. Can't quit, won't quit, ain't never gon' quit. I'ma stand where I stand, ball till I fall. Climb the highest mountain, I'm coming for it all. Can't quit, won't quit, ain't never gon' quit. Can't quit, won't quit, ain't never gon' quit. I'ma stand where I stand, ball till I fall. Climb the highest mountain, I'm coming for it all. It's Roxamore for life, I just won't change it. Aggress from AI, y'all just gon' bang it. Reach the highest peak like the mountain of Everest. So that settle it. Questions, any left? Never been a day when I back down from anything. Man's on another level, here for the many dreams. I'm destined for greatness, the ground's gon' test ya. I can't give in cause I thrive off pressure. Tryna walk with the legends and for that I'm sorry. Be rough like Jigga or Peace Bob Marley. I can be like Jordan, let the game do the talking. Or be up on the moon and be with MJ walking. Got a strong presence like the new Dodge Charger. Maybe I'll incorporate like S. Carter. Measure my success, I just try harder. No competition cause I blew 'em off the wall. Can't quit, won't quit, ain't never gon' quit. Can't quit, won't quit, ain't never gon' quit. I'ma stand where I stand, ball till I fall. Climb the highest mountain, I'm coming for it all. Can't quit, won't quit, ain't never gon' quit. Can't quit, won't quit, ain't never gon' quit. I'ma stand where I stand, ball till I fall. Climb the highest mountain, I'm coming for it all.
Go verse lyrical two-piece, I box the ball. Pittsburgh audio with Roxamore. Shut down, homie, go and say what?
I'm Dr. John Deitch, WellSpan Health orthopedic surgeon. WellSpan Health delivers orthopedic care you can count on to get you back to your best. From common bone and joint problems to complex injuries, our team of surgeons, physicians, therapists, and athletic trainers work together for you. That's why we're the official sports medicine provider for this team, that team, and your team. That's how WellSpan Health delivers orthopedic care you can count on.
Sports Shooting Stars. We bring the game to you.
I'm Scoot Smith, and you're watching live basketball here on the Roxamore Sports Network. I just like to be myself, you know. I always bring a lot of energy and positive vibes around, on and off the field. So I feel like just going out there and just showing people like you can be yourself. You don't have to, you know, try to fit in anywhere. Like even being a good student in class, you know, everybody could be talking, being a class clown. If you just be yourself and do your work, you know, bring positive vibes, bring joy around, you know, it helps everybody, you know, helps yourself, helps others around you. So that's just how I started off, just trying to be a leader around my community. For me, it kind of feels like since I was born, you know, football and basketball was my love, you know. First word was ball. My family it's been like all sports since I was born, you know. My family, my dad, my mom, my brothers, cousins, everybody did it. So it was like ever since I was able to walk, able to talk, able to actually do things, it's just been sports. And I just feel like, you know, growing into that just automatically just brings the love to it. And then when I start getting older, you know, I just start liking it and just gained an attachment to it. So I just feel like, you know, it was kind of like put upon me. I have to love the sports, you know. You know, my parents, family, is like you can't thank them enough. Like everything they do for me. I can't even just say my parents because the support that my whole family brings is just unreal and I just can't thank them enough. But I honestly want to give the most thanks to my parents because they went out their way to do things like unimaginable, you know. We might not have the money, they'll find a way to get me to where I need to be, to get me to places, get me out of town. And it's just like things like that, you just can't thank them enough for. You just can't wait to pay them back one day. Life's all about opportunities, you know, and you don't get a lot of them. So I would just say, like, if you ever got the opportunity, if you do have the opportunity, you gotta take it, you know. Especially when you're around good people, it's nothing but good vibes around Roxamore. They've never done nothing bad to us. They always speak so highly of us on the broadcast. And it's just like it's a win-win, you know. You really don't get a loss from this. So I would definitely say, you know, take the chance, you know. Kind of can't get anything bad out of it. So, you know, I'm Scoot Smith, and you're watching live basketball here on the Roxamore Sports Network.
Hey kid, let me tell you about the Soul Pit, and I want you to let everybody know about it. Soul Pit is what's happening in and around your city. Soul Pit is on the internet and around the globe. Soul Pit is on your block and in your car. Soul Pit is in your ear. It's in your hair. It's everywhere. Soul Pit is the latest news, hottest styles, culture, education, information, and more. It gets you ready for things to come. Hey kid, you know what the Soul Pit really is? It's a little something extra for your soul.
Roxamore Sports Live here at the Rose Bowl event at the small stadium here in York, PA. I'm Maximilian Kiever with your halftime report. And right now it is a good game. It started off close. It was 7-8 for a while, but at the last few minutes, it was York that managed to take the lead here, 14-7. The last touchdown was by Siobhan Anderson, number 3, landed a touchdown. And the first one in the first quarter was Najee Steele with a touchdown, and they managed to get a 2-point conversion as well after that, which put them in the lead by a 2-point margin. So that is why we have 14-7. Of course, over at the Central Dauphin We have Avery Romaine, number 7, who also achieved a touchdown for Central Dauphin, as well as an additional point. Unfortunately, I did not catch who gave that additional point, but they managed to get it inside the field post. So it is close. Offense is looking fantastic here by mostly, I'd say both sides, but it seems like right now who has the advantage in terms of offense, it seems like it's York, PA. They're really putting in the pressure. It seems like they have a lot of speed and a lot of accuracy, but in terms of just sheer strength and just pushing it along the field steadily, I got to say, Central Dauphin, I mean, they have that sheer force that is absolutely working to their advantage, as well as good passing to them to their own merit. But I got to say, York, PA right now is really looking aggressive here. A lot of good calls by their quarterback, and we have seen a lot of great performance here by Malachi Manning. A lot of great catches from him, as well as Josiah Mate and Samir Gwen. And then over for Central Dauphin, some honorable mentions that we've seen as from Mackay George and Garen Giesman. A lot of great action happening here at this stadium here tonight. And Central Dauphin going at it with York. And about 2 minutes and 40 seconds away from this second half of the game beginning here. But again, the defense is looking great from both sides. Mostly, I would say Central Dauphin has the advantage when it comes to defense. A lot of hefty men and a lot of great pressure they're putting up against the offense. And the offense by York, PA, again, great accuracy. They're able to gain a lot of distance in a short amount of time. But overall, it's close. And I'm looking forward to seeing how the second half of this game goes and how they manage to turn things around for, I don't know, be it Central Dauphin or York, PA, it could go any way. So thank you for joining us here on Roxamore Sports Live. We do have more action happening tomorrow. So check us out at Roxamore Sports Live. And, of course, shout out to our partner here, My Niche TV Network. And I am Maximilian Giver here alongside with Ashley. And we'll be back here tomorrow at Saturday, 12:30 p.m. with our first game. Going well into 7:30 p.m. at night. Multiple schools, one field. Thank you for joining us here on Roxamore Sports Live. We are getting ready to kick this game into the second half in 1 minute and 27 seconds. Roxamore Sports Live here with your second half of the game. Central Dauphin going against York, PA. That is the York Bearcats going against the Central Dauphin Panthers. Thank you for joining us here today, or tonight rather, for this fantastic game. It's been close between these two teams, and we've seen a lot of action right in the first and second quarter. And as I mentioned earlier in the halftime report, that offense from York, PA is really looking vicious. A lot of ground covered in just a short amount of time, And then Central Dauphin's defense, that's looking great, as well as the offense is almost kind of acting defensively, if I'm not mistaken. What would you say about that, Ashley?
Oh, yeah, for sure. I couldn't agree more that Bearcats' offense does look pretty stout. But yet again, on the flip side, the CD East Panthers, their defense looks pretty good also. It just seems like CD East hasn't gotten anything really clicking consistently on offense. Would like to see a little bit more consistent passings. There hasn't been any passes down the field from either team over 10, 15 yards. I don't know if that's just their style of offense or if that's, as we always say, it's cliche, but what the defense is giving you. Maybe both their secondaries are very solid, and it seems like these quarterbacks are struggling to probably try to find open wide receivers down the field, and it makes them resort to the running game and a lot of just short passes, which is okay. If that's what wins you the football game, then more power to you. Like the approach from both coaches so far in this game, and been pretty defensive. We haven't seen a whole lot of sacks, no interceptions so far. We have seen a couple touchdowns here for the Bearcats, one by Najee Steele. We got ones from Savon Anderson, which isn't surprising at all. He's been fed like beast mode tonight.
Absolutely. It's a close game. Right now there's a little bit of a gap here, but nothing too devastating, especially going into the second quarter. Yeah, 12 minutes to correct themselves here on this quarter, third one, 14-7, with the Bearcats in the lead here.
Yeah, one of the really impressive things, just for this being both these teams' first games of the year, is there hasn't been a whole lot of penalties. You know, just can't harp on that enough throughout the year. The penalties are probably gonna decrease by the end of the year or mid-season when these teams get more gelling and more practice and stuff like that, and they study more tape of these other teams that they see throughout the year and stuff like that. But yeah, it's really, really interesting tonight, and I'm really privileged to be here with you and for this tournament. I'm privileged to have such a great boss and like Dude Jones and Sports Shooting Stars to announce with. I know we're going to be over at Central York Suburban, also announcing the game like you guys did earlier today. So pretty awesome stuff.
Absolutely, and thank you for joining us here, Ashley. It's been a fantastic night. First time I met you, right? Did you go to the basketball games? I felt like I met you before, but I also feel like I haven't met you, so
yeah.
Kind of in that in-between state. Yeah, definitely a fantastic game here. Great display of talent from these two schools.
And as we spoke before, CD East will receive the ball in the second half here, and being down 7 points, could definitely use a couple points here, even if it's a field goal. Cut this margin down to 4. You're still down a touchdown, but try to cut into it and try to get some kind of fluidity on your offense.
Absolutely. Let's see what we have right now. Where this ball is going to go, it looks like it's heading down to the 10-yard line, just a little bit beyond that. Caught by number 5 from
Amir Lamille.
And he took it down pretty far from the 10-yard line, just a little bit shy of the 30-yard line. And it looks like at 29 yards.
Yeah, 24-yard return there. Not too shabby.
Absolutely.
See if this CD offensive line can push these Bearcats backwards.
Line of scrimmage now moved to the 28-yard line. First down and 10.
And it looks like they're set up in a 3 wide receiver set here. One running back decides to give it to that one running back, number 7.
Man, it looked like that was almost a sure thing, but that defense was pretty tight there from York, PA. Looks like he was just going to bulldoze straight through, and he almost had it, but they were pretty tight.
Yeah, Avery Romaine. We've said that name about 15 times throughout this game so far, and he seems to run really, really hard. His offensive line seems pretty decent so far, but that Bearcat defensive line is definitely been impressive against the run for sure.
Absolutely. He could use a little bit more coverage there, but nonetheless, when he's in it, he's in it. Let's see what we have. Here
Second and 5.
Again. Still have not managed to break to the 40-yard line, but just a little bit shy of that.
Yeah, it looks like we got a Bearcat down here.
That's number 50.
Lovell Smith, number 50. A little bit shaken up there.
And he looks like he's not in bad condition, but still always prioritize your health.
Pardon me, that was number 58, Womack. My bad.
Oh. He's going to take it down and rest a little bit.
Yeah, definitely about the third or fourth or fifth player that I've seen tonight. That it seems like it's more cramping than anything. It's not super humid outside. It's actually a little bit chilly, but partially has to do with maybe just stretching or conditioning at this point in time of the year.
I mean, when you're practicing all summer, it's quite a difference when you're practicing with your team, with people you know, versus a completely different school. It's a whole new playing field, but.
Yeah, CD East puts a man in motion and decides to hand it off, and he is going 30, 25, 15, 10, 5, 7, out of the 7-yard line.
To me, it looked like he kind of just hesitated a little bit, and that bought the defense enough time to tackle him. He did gain a lot of ground in that play, but just that little bit of hesitation, it seems like that cost him. It looked like he had a pretty good breakaway.
Yeah, absolutely, and that was the household name in CD East's house, Romaine, for a big break-off run there.
Well, not too far from the end zone's front door. It's first down and 7.
Handoff is to Romaine, and he is in for the touchdown, Panthers.
Beautifully done. That is the second touchdown here by Avery Romaine. This time in the third quarter.
And he about rumbled for about 50 yards over the last 2 plays of that drive. Very impressive blocking by the front line, Panthers.
Absolutely. 13 under 14 it is now. Let's see if they're going to try to tie up this game here.
Attempted kick here by number 99, Leo Fuhrer.
And it's good. The game is tied just like that. Kicked in by number 99. Kicked in the first extra point.
We are all notched up here at 14 all. Smalls Field, Sports Shooting Stars.
Number 99 kicked in the first extra point of the first quarter. And now this time in the third quarter. The game is tied 14-14. It's looking like a pretty good start here to the second half of this game. 10 minutes in. And so far, the pressure is going either way. You love to see it. You absolutely love to see it.
Absolutely. And you're seeing it here on TV, Niche TV.
Let's see what we have. This time from York, PA.
We appreciate all you guys tuning in on this beautiful night. Friday night lights, literally on a Friday.
And caught at the 10-yard line. He's going. That's number 7 yet again. Looking on the roster here. Get my eyes confused.
John Velton.
Man, we really
not a bad return, starting off at the 25-yard line.
Really need a magnifying glass for this roster. But nonetheless.
I don't get headaches very often, but this one's trying, man.
Yeah. And tad bit blurry too also, but right now it's a great display of talent. 14-14. Down first 10. First down and 10 at the 25-yard line.
And he was ate up on that play by number 51 of the Panthers. That is Maravante Terrell. Incredible stop there.
Absolutely.
It's like we got another cramping situation by the Bearcats.
Getting back up.
Yeah, and what do you think the Bearcats kind of lost offensively a little bit that they had earlier possibly? What changes did they make? A change on play call? You know, is it all on the shoulders of Russ Stoner, or is it more of a push for CD East's defensive line?
It definitely seems like they're just trying to run it through the middle a lot. The running back is just trying to gun it. But if they try what they did before in the past, where they were just giving it a nice 10 to 20-yard throws and passes, that seemed like that really worked out to the benefit, as they were fast on the feet and they're able to cover a lot of ground in a short amount of time. Again, what Central Dauphin seems like they have right now is just absolute sheer strength. We haven't seen a whole lot of passes, like you said, from them in terms of great distances, but they seem to have a similar strategy to York, PA. But it seems like both of them have just opted just running down the middle, and it seems like it's making the progress on the field very slow overall. But I guess that's just the way of playing it safe, and I mean, it shows on the scoreboard. I mean, we have a tie game, 14-14. So it's one of those things, if it's not broke, why fix it? But at the same time, you don't want to become too predictable.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, you don't want to become one-dimensional. You want, maybe in this tournament, you want to see what you are good and not good at. This early in the year, you might be doing great in practice, but when you play against these other teams, they definitely can expose your strengths and weaknesses for sure. Just seems like they maybe should be going back to Najee still. It seems like their strategy just switched to a little bit more of the running backs. They had him in a more of like a quarterback sneak style earlier. They were doing a lot of streakiness, a lot of quick releases and stuff like that. And it seems like they kind of got away from that. Not saying that that's not working, saying that it's a tie game, but right. Sometimes your bread and butter is your bread and butter, man. So
Absolutely.
Like to see a little bit more of that here in the second half.
Yeah, we've definitely been seeing a lot of action from Najee still.
And unfortunately there we see an injury again, cramp, and that is Najee Still, which you never want to see your quarterback struggling like that this early in the game.
Absolutely not.
Hopes and prayers that he is okay.
Absolutely. And Avery Romaine, I mean, he's been just absolutely instrumental here for Central Dauphin. 2 touchdowns to his name. And often the one to receive the ball. Is looking great here in terms of defense. They were able to hold back that pressure from York, PA before they could even make it to the 30-yard line.
Now we're going to see for the first time of the year in this game, looks like we have Jacine Mate, who caught 2 passes earlier as the quarterback. So he must be their second-string quarterback. See if they do a lot of running with him or if he's in a passing situation. Looks like they have 3 wide receivers out. Pass was intended for number 28. That is not completed. Alfredo Thompson. And we're at a 4th and 14. Looks like the Bearcats are probably going to decide to punt the ball.
Misplayed safe, I guess. That can turn around ugly real fast.
Yeah, at this point in time, when you the location that you are on the field, you can gamble at some points in time. But if you gamble here on 4th down, you're almost giving CD free points starting at the 20-yard line. So I think this might be the first time of the game that they actually might decide to punt the ball instead of trying to go for it on 4th down.
Absolutely.
And we got another cramp.
Yep. Right now, the coach is looking pretty amped here for York, PA, just judging from that body language.
Yeah, for sure.
Looks like he's satisfied for the most part, but looking forward to seeing what that strategy is going to be.
How can't you be? Think about just building on this one game in this tournament just for this season, and not only that, but if you can start a building block right now, you think about how many the next 3 years for a lot of these guys, 2 at the least. They get the experience under their belt this year. Got a great coach that's already been here and been dedicated to this program for 9 seasons already, and just go from there. Sky's the limit for these Bearcats.
Absolutely. Got to remember, to get in varsity, it's also very competitive, too. You're going against a lot of classmates at the end of the day just to get in that one position, and then even more so to get in college. But, again, shout out to everyone watching, because your viewership is a form of endorsement and encouragement to these athletes, as well as shout out to the recruiters watching, or scouters, rather. And, yeah, we wish the best of luck for all these athletes out there.
Absolutely, yeah. Couldn't do it without all you guys, and like we said before, everybody. It's a collaborative situation here with referees and everybody. We greatly appreciate all you guys' efforts. And City East is receiving the kick, punt. Jaden Chase is slammed to the ground. He goes absolutely nowhere. I don't know if he even gained 1 yard on that return.
That was great work by the York defense, though. I mean, that was looking like that could have been a ugly situation there for them. I mean, you looked at number 1 from the Panthers, that being Amilo Bassett, in possession of that ball. We've seen him in the past. That guy is fast on his feet. But that defense came in, read that danger right away, and snuffed it out.
Yeah, it's. I'm interested and intrigued to see what CD East can do here offensively. Just haven't gotten anything clicking incredibly between Chase, George, any of those guys, Giesman. Just haven't seen any connection or real consecutive passes to the same guy. The Bearcats, they did a great job of spreading the ball around earlier. It just seems like CD East, I don't know if it's just the chemistry on the offense that isn't clicking or if it's more so the push from the Bearcats' defensive line. Yet again, we cliched this like 10 times already. It's always, almost in any game, but especially this game, it's going to be a matter of who wins that line of scrimmage and who gets that offensive push of we're not getting a whole lot. I can say we're getting penetration from both defenses to an extent because we have not still seen a pass over 20 yards in this game at all.
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, we've definitely seen some good runs here, but certainly no passes beyond that, 20 yards.
And sometimes you get a quarterback that's just a little bit unconventional for him, and he's more of a running quarterback, and that's okay. Yeah. To be determined of how these quarterbacks will play that style this year, whether they're going to be, just seems like they're both more of a running style quarterback than they are a pocket passer.
Absolutely.
And it looks like they're set up in an I formation here, most likely going to see a handoff from the Panthers.
First down.
We do not. We see a fake.
Here we
go. It's
go.
Going down the field.
Oh!
And no flag thrown. Looked like it was a little suspect there, but
And that was a good pass. Beyond 20 yards, that one, but no connection. And defense was on it.
yeah, way to take a shot down the field, but even better defense there than offense. That was great coverage by the corner. It looks like it was possibly number 11.
Even when the physical pressure is not 100% there, the mental psyche of somebody being nearby you is still playing an effect of your ability to catch that ball.
Yes, for sure. When you get a fast wide receiver like that can sprint down the field, you have to be within his vision so that not only if he's not looking at the ball, he's looking at you. And there we go. Yet again, we see that Bearcats defensive line pushing CD East backwards.
Third down and 10.
Be interesting to see how good CD East can be if they can at least get one or two successful rushes where they can maybe possibly do like a play action pass to one of the receivers, but just can't get that ball moving on the rushing offense.
Now, a few times we did see it line up though, it just didn't connect, but they're certainly all capable of achieving that, but I guess they're waiting until they get close enough.
A 3 wide receiver set here.
That was nicely done. Caught by number 5 at the, let's see, that was the 32nd yard line. Number 5 being Amir Lamille.
Yeah, and he's been locked down this game. He seems like he hasn't called very many passes, but the passes that have been thrown to him, he has very good hands, and he has caught everything thrown his way.
Yep, and the referee says that was illegitimate, and it still remains at the 46-yard line on 4th down and 8.
Seems like Coach Pollard here has confidence in his offense, and if they fail, then confidence in his defense that they can stop the Bearcats again.
Good pass.
He's throwing wide open, number 0, Jaden Chase. He could have probably still been running, but couldn't keep his hands under it.
Yeah.
It's unfortunate when you're that wide open and you run that good of a play and your quarterback almost puts it right in your hands. It might not have been a perfect pass, but that's still one you have to have.
Yeah.
It's
Absolutely.
one that you go to sleep tonight and you might have great dreams, but that's going to be one nightmare catch that you wish you had back.
You read my mind. I was just about to say the same thing. Sometimes it's just stuff like that. Even when you're finished with high school, it's
Yeah, great minds think alike sometimes, man. And the Bearcats take over here on the 46-yard line, seeing if they can make an impact here and break this tie of 14-14, 7:49 left, third quarter. Smalls Field, York, PA, Rosebowl tournament.
Either way, however this game ends, it's definitely a great game to finish the day off with.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Been very, very even keel for both of these teams, for sure. Seen a little bit of offensive spurts here and there and a little bit of defensive for both teams. Has not been one-sided for either team so far. And that last play was good for 4 yards, bringing up 2nd and 6.
Yeah, just slowly inching here. Not exactly what they have in mind. 49 yards in. 2nd down. 7 to go. Great defense overall, keeping that position still at the 49-yard line.
Yeah, it was great defense by CD East there. That play went absolutely nowhere. Yeah, and everybody listening out there in YouTube land and Instagram, Facebook, we greatly appreciate you guys. As we talked about earlier, this is not the end of the tournament. This is just the beginning of day 1. We have day 2 tomorrow, York Tech versus James Buchanan at 12:30. Bishop McDevitt versus Clarkson North, Canada. And at 7:30, we have Harrisburg versus Umhotep Charter. If you've never seen either one of those schools play, you are in for a show.
I know they have a fantastic basketball.
Yes, they do. They have fantastic everything sports.
Yeah.
And yet again, the Bearcats decide to rush again, even though they have struggled against this Panthers defense. Brings up 4th down and 8.
And 6 minutes to go here in the third quarter. This could go in either direction. We still have a tied game, but that position on the field is just not budging. In fact, it just went back 1 yard. 48 is where the line of scrimmage is at. 4th down and 8.
And it looks like they are in punting formation here.
Sending that ball down, and it's received by number 1, that being Milo Bassett.
Oh, and he fumbles it, and the Bearcats recover it, and they are going. Touchdown, Bearcats. Number 18.
Number 18 with his first touchdown here for York, PA. And his second touchdown here in the third quarter.
Nahmani Sanchez scoops and scores.
And that was fabulously done there. Bringing this team up 20-14 with 5 minutes and 25 seconds to go before this third quarter ends. Beautiful work there. And got that ball, turned it around, turned a rough situation back into a benefit, for better lack of words.
Yeah, and that's just that's a shame if you're CDs, because you played so good against them, and you get the ball back, and then just something. Came down a lot to like special teams tonight. In all honesty, a lot of these plays and the difference makers. Absolutely. And the Bearcats are going for 2, and they didn't quite get there. A little bit short. Making this a 20-14 game. The Bearcats have not attempted 1 extra point yet. Not really sure if that contributes to their confidence in their offense or their non-confidence in their kicking team.
And nor do I.
And just like that, we are not tied anymore. 5:25 left, third quarter.
Yeah, they had it for a while. Avery Remain, followed by Yuri, tied things up in this quarter. And
Couldn't really tell. Not to interrupt you. Couldn't really tell on that play if that was just a mistake by CD East or if it was a stripped play by the Bearcats. But regardless, scoop and score for the Bearcats, and you'll take it either way. You can get it.
Absolutely. It's one of those things you say, I meant to do that. That was according to plan.
I planned that. We practice that every single week, scoop and score.
I mean, it really did work out to their benefit. They weren't gaining any ground past the 48-yard line, and they managed to actually get that fumble into the possession. And looking good here. A lot of great blocking by CDE. I mean, that was fantastic. They did exactly what they needed to do to defend that runner.
That was Amir Lamel with that return. Seems to be still the focal point of CD East's offense. Let's see what they can do here. 38-yard line.
Yeah, absolutely great work there by the guards, though, nonetheless.
This game almost reminds me of that Southwest game when we were almost celebrating when Southwest actually got the ball to the 50-yard line. Kind of seems like CD East is having the same issues against this Bearcats defense. Not bad blocking there. Gain of about 3.
Getting some ground. It looks like they're just going with the same strategy as we saw in the past, but it's working slowly. We are now 2nd down and 10 at the 42nd-yard line.
And you got to think about that 2-point conversion that was missed by the Bearcats. Could be able to capitalize on that if you score here and just kick your extra point, which they have done so far this game.
And here he goes. A great pass there. Combine number 5.
Amir Lamel from Mackay George.
And that was a good decision. There was absolutely an opening there, but not too much for him to deal with. But a great tackle there by York, PA, nonetheless.
Garen Gieseman had 1 reception earlier, and Jaden Chase. Other than that, though, it seems like Mackay George is definitely feeding the ball to the same receivers constantly. Landon Moore had 1 reception earlier also for the Panthers.
And it appears we have another sprain here. I didn't quite catch the number of who that might be. And number 0, that being Jaden Chase. Great player here for CDE, as we have seen.
Absolutely. It's unfortunate so far. We saw Chase go down for the Panthers, which is he's been one of their go-to guys on offense. And earlier we saw Najee Still go down. Kind of interested in seeing what his condition is here. I haven't seen him on the sideline lately, but I knew they were stretching him out earlier, so I'm kind of curious to see if he's back on the field when the Panthers do receive the ball again on offense. Looks like he might be stretching over here on the sideline. Hopefully he's in good condition to get back out there.
Absolutely. Now, have you played football before, right, in the past?
I played football when I was younger.
Okay.
Didn't play into high school, unfortunately. I don't live my life in regrets, but I wish that was something that I wish I would have done throughout high school. I enjoyed watching the games, and definitely wish I would have played throughout high school for sure. I think it's one of those things where you come here and there's probably a lot of people in the crowds that even 20 or 30 years ago probably stepped on the same exact field and played these same positions as these guys are that we're watching. So I know for a fact that I enjoy watching high school football. It's as you go up through the levels, not judging by any means with the NIL money that the college players are getting and stuff like that. It just for a fact every single time that you're coming out to the field like this, you're getting 1,000% effort from these guys.
Absolutely. It's right now looking very strong. Combine number 5. He chases. Runs it down to the 45th yard line.
And that is that George to Lamel connection. We did that a couple times today already with these quarterbacks to find that 1 wide receiver or 2 wide receivers that they have that chemistry with this early in the year, and that's incredible to see. It definitely means that they're putting in the work in practices.
And that's what you need to carry you forward. It's that chemistry between the quarterback and the receiver, and we keep seeing that time and time again here with CDE. Really great work there. And right now, It is first down and 10 at the 44th yard line.
He's back. He's throwing.
And what could this be?
Got a man open. Oh, my gosh. Bounces off of a Bearcat's hand and into a CD East receiver's hand. Happens to be number 5 that we just talked about. Amir Lamel with a touchdown.
That chemistry, man. That chemistry between him and the quarterback. Beautiful work there. Ties things up just like that. Yet again, 20 and 20. It was an ugly situation either or. It looks like that was almost an interception there by the York Bearcats. And it also looked like that was a guaranteed touchdown for the Panthers.
Yeah, definitely just bad luck if you're the Bearcats. You know, you got your hands on the ball. It wasn't a great pass, but if you can't pull that ball in and secure it, it bobbles around. And unfortunately, just on your side of things, bad things happen on your side and good things for the Panthers.
Absolutely. So that was number 5, Lamel. They managed to get that touchdown in there.
And he has been on fire tonight. Very unofficially, but I think I've seen him catch at least 7-8 balls, and that was a touchdown there. So it's hard to not give him the player MVP of the game so far.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. It's between him and Jaden Chase.
Jaden Chase and George has played very, very well. And if we're going to give out MVPs for both teams while we're at it, Najee still has played really, really well. He has a touchdown himself. And Siobhan Anderson has a touchdown also. Miguel Cullen, he has an interception defensively for the Bearcats. So nice to see a lot of players making statements this early in the year.
Absolutely.
And we see a Bearcat limping off the field there. I think that's Vargas, number 11.
And 20 and 20. 3 minutes and 46 seconds to go on the third quarter. I'm liking this, man. I'm liking this. This is good TV. This is good game here, man.
This is good stuff, man. That's why we're here, and that's why we showed up, and that's why all these fans are in the stands. Even on the other side, 3/4 of the way full on this side, probably like 80%, and that truly just shows you how incredible this field is in this sport and how popular it is in York County.
And it will remain a tie. That extra point was blocked there. Number 99, Yuri, trying to kick it in there for the extra point. But Bearcats, again, that defense is equally matched either way.
Yeah, for sure. I don't know how many times we've said that Bearcats defense, and it might not necessarily be interceptions and sacks and action-packed defensive plays like a lot of people are used to or thriving for. But if you're getting that push, and especially if you're getting the penetration on an extra point like that, that's pretty impressive.
Absolutely. And 3
the
minutes, 46 seconds.
Yeah, Bearcats are getting ready to receive this kick, and interested in seeing, not seeing Elijah still with his helmet on yet. That might change when they get the ball here on offense after this kickoff.
Yuri sends it down the field. It's received at the 10-yard line by number 7, and he takes it down to the 20-yard line. A 10-yard gain.
Yeah, not terrible blocking there, and a pretty good return. Seems like it's almost the average of the starting position here for these teams. They usually start off around the 20-yard line, and it seems like it's almost like a battle of who can get to the 50-yard line, but having a little bit of trouble getting past that.
Absolutely. It's a slow and steady progression here, but that's what it was last time before they managed to get an interception, unbeknownst to the Panthers, and managed to get that touchdown in there. Before that, they couldn't break past the 48th-yard line.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. And that might be the case here. We'll see. And it's still standing.
Oh, good defense there by CD East.
Not gaining much ground beyond the 20-yard line, and that's an ugly situation if the pendulum swings in the favor of the Panthers.
And Jayshawn Mate seems to be the quarterback in for Elijah Still right now. Elijah still dealing with some soreness on the sidelines.
3 minutes to go here.
I wonder how much they practice. Obviously, they practice probably with their second-string quarterback, but how much chemistry has he had, or how much time has he had to get chemistry with his teammates? We're going to find out here as he goes down the field.
That looks like a pretty rough fall there for number 1, but he's still standing. Not being
yeah, and that was intended for Samir Gwynn. A little bit long there on that pass. Out of reach. And they'll give it a shot again here. 3rd and 15. 2 minutes, 48 seconds left, third quarter.
I mean, yeah, they really have to take it down another 20 yards if they want to keep it serious right now, because that being down at the 20-yard line is not looking good, especially when it hits the 4th down. But they definitely have the potential to take it down further on the field here. It looks like the quarterback is not having a whole lot of time to make a sound decision. He threw it a little bit along the sideline there.
It looked like it was in the wide receiver's hands there for a second, and it didn't take very long for him to bobble that. Great attempt there by number 5, though.
And the defense came in strong. That quarterback had no time.
Yeah, we've been saying that a lot tonight. That Bearcat defense, that CD defense, and somehow both of these offenses have afforded to score 3 touchdowns each.
Yeah,
to have us locked at 20 right now.
And that explains why the progression is so slow on the field. I mean, the defense both ways definitely slows that momentum down, and that is kind of a rough position.
It looks like it was about a 20-yard punt there. Will give CD East a very good field position if this stands here. Looks like there's a little bit of discussion by the refs of exactly where to place the ball.
Yeah, because that's not the best kick we've seen from that young man, but this might be fruitful for CDE.
Yeah, it looks like CDE kind of got a lot of pressure out front there, and it kind of put their kicker, Bearcats kicker, into a little bit of desperation there to try to get that kickoff to begin with. So kudos to them for that, and kudos to him for even getting the kickoff to where he did to begin with.
It's coming along nicely here in terms of the offense, as they have managed to tie the game up. They have not managed to get that extra point in there. That would have gave them the lead, though. I mean,
yeah, absolutely. Those are crucial, and it looks like there might be a penalty against the Bearcats. Didn't quite exactly catch what that was, but they are moving backwards a little bit. So let's see if their kicker here can get a little bit more of a boot on it this time. Attempt number 2.
And over the sideline. Actually, it's still in the field. Okay.
Very high kick, but actually ends up around the 35-yard line. I think last time it was net about 5 yards more than what it was this time around. See what CDEs can do here. And now, if you're the Bearcats, your defense is not getting tested at the 50-yard line. Your defense is getting tested at the 35. And now it's go time, and you already had one turnover early in this game, whether it was caused by your defense or CD East offense dropping the ball on that kickoff. But regardless, take it when you can get it, and get that penetration up front on that the front 7 against CD East offensive line.
Yeah, less of a drive here for CDE, but here we go.
And Bearcats defense is mauling.
And taking them out at the 42nd-yard line. Beautiful work there by number 18 from York, PA. That being, I'm looking at the wrong roster here.
Yeah, and Lovell Smith was in on that also. He smashed the quarterback, and then his teammate thought it was a good idea to actually tackle the guy that had the ball. Didn't fake anybody out in that play, and actually ended up losing some yards there.
A minute and 50 seconds to go here for the third quarter. Again, it's hard to believe it's just the third quarter. I mean, the second quarter enough was hard to believe it was only that. It felt like it was the fourth quarter. Just
absolutely.
It's been just that intense. But right now, Not much more progression.
And it looks like a little bit of a face mask there possibly against the Bearcats. Good rushing attempt there by Avery Romaine. Unofficially probably like his 25th carry of the game.
And 20. They can make this lead happen within this next 1 minute and 29 seconds. Let's just see where the which direction the penalty goes into.
And it looks like Russ Stoner is not very happy at all with the call on the field by the refs there.
And it looks like it's going against York, PA, as they lose. Looks like 10 yards they lost there. So that pushes them back down to the 20-yard line.
Start with a fresh set of downs there.
Absolutely. It makes an ugly situation worse, but nothing they can't handle.
Minute 29 left here in the third quarter. See what they can do, CD East.
What
Ball is up.
That was looking like that had a lot of potential there. That pass intended to go to number 5, that being Amir Lamel. But
Sincere Jackson was wide open in the end zone. Lamel was double covered there, but don't think the play kind of broke down pretty quickly and didn't have time to actually see Jackson in the end zone there, close to it.
Yeah.
Getting a good view of the Bearcats cheerleading squad cheering on their team down here. A couple cowbells, and this is what high school football is all about at Smalls Field, folks.
Absolutely. Built some great memories here in high school.
Huge.
Some cringy ones along the way, but that's natural. But nonetheless, a lot of great memories.
Absolutely. And there goes Romaine for another rush. Looks like it was enough to get almost the first down here. Had to check the measurements.
It's getting closer to the end zone here. 1 minute and 10 seconds to go. First and 7 at the 7-yard line outside the end zone.
Just under a minute here, approaching 57 seconds. See what CD East decides to do here. Wouldn't be surprised if Romaine gets the dish, and he does, and it's up the middle.
He's trying to run it through. We got a fight on the field. Come on, guys, now.
Looks like he's down to about the 5-yard line.
Yeah.
And now if you're CD East, you are getting under the Bearcats' skin, frustrating them. It looked like kind of all started when that tackle on Avery Romaine earlier when they kind of ripped his helmet off. Didn't try that intentionally, but don't let the frustrations get to you guys, man. Don't let the game get to you. Get to the game.
Exactly, especially since we have scouters watching.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Always encouraging good, clean play from both teams, and that's the expectation. Let's try to keep this game clean, man. It's easy when your adrenaline gets up there really high. And,
oh, yeah.
You know, your attitude can get the best of your potential.
Absolutely. Just good to be mindful of such things. But right now, 41 seconds to go.
You gotta think about that mental mistake too. It's you're on the 7-yard line, which means if this penalty stands, which it possibly could, it's gonna put it halfway to the goal, and we're looking at a first and you're looking at like potentially 4 downs to try to only go 3 yards.
Absolutely.
And for how good this Bearcats defense is, it's really, really hard to stop a team 4 times in a row. But we will see what happens. To be determined.
Yeah, let's see if they can make it happen. It's getting awfully close to it, though, for a potential touchdown here.
Looks like there was no penalty assessed there. Maybe just offsetting penalties between both teams, just warning them for unsportsmanlike conduct, possibly.
He's going to try to run it through.
And the handoff is to Romaine again, not surprised, down to the 3.
Yeah, scraping the outside of the end zone there, but not penetrating through it. It looks like there's not a lot of time inside that pocket for the quarterback to make a more ambitious throw there, but
It looks like CD East is going to trot off the field and be okay with it being tied and having this third down attempt going into the fourth quarter and final quarter of the day for us.
And 12 more minutes, and that shall be that.
And we're all going to go home and get some rest, and we're going to do it again tomorrow.
Absolutely. 20 and 20. Like my eyesight. Unlike this thing that I'm straining my eyes trying to read here with this roster. 20/20 vision can't read all things, man.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, we've improved a little bit throughout this game on these names, man. But it's early in the season for everybody and these players and the coaches and the referees and everybody. I bet even the refs are going to be a little bit sore tomorrow, no matter how much conditioning they've had. I don't know. I've seen a couple of these referees tonight probably run about 2 miles up and down this field, man. So got to be in pretty good shape to do that job.
Absolutely. What's your overall great critique of this game, though? Either side, would you say?
Absolutely. Yeah, I couldn't have done it better with more collaboration between us being up here in the booth with Roxamore Sports and Sports Shooting Stars. We bring the game to you.
Right. What would you say? Where's the room for improvement at for if you're CDE or if you're York, PA?
So far, I mean, right now it's just grind time, man. Right down to the end, and no matter what mistakes you made throughout the game to get you to the point of where we're at right now, got to try to be mistake-free on both sides of the ball. Can't have any turnovers. Can't have any batted down passes that are just free-for-all balls for people to grab out of the air. Just stuff like that is crucial. I mean, even right here, you seem like you're so close to scoring, and you only are 1 yard away, and you have an incredible running back like Romaine that we've seen throughout this whole entire game. But you have to secure the ball here if you want to punch it in for a touchdown.
Yeah, that's what makes me wonder if CDE would be better off if they would just switch things up a little bit.
And as we say that, Romaine gets the ball on fourth down, and guess what? He gets stopped, and the Bearcats offense takes over.
Just like that. Flip the script.
Might be a journey and not a venture here, but you definitely have your back up against the wall if you're the Bearcats, because you got to walk down 99 yards if you want a touchdown here, which definitely is not impossible as their offense displayed earlier.
Just don't lose to an interception.
Exactly, and if you're CD East, you just play the defense that you have this whole entire game. You guys have gotten a great push against their offensive line this whole entire game, and this would be a huge game changer if you can get a safety or interception or something like that for CD East.
Here we go, just outside of the end zone. They got to drive it all the way down the field here. Nothing's impossible. But let's see what we have. A flag on the play is what we have.
No play at all.
Looks like. Yep, false start.
False start. And we still got Manning in there as a quarterback. As Najee is still being monitored. Hopefully his health improves throughout the next week until they play next week. Sure, all the Bearcat fans would love to see their starting quarterback back in the lineup. And we have a false start on the Bearcats, backing them up to the 1-inch line.
And,
Man, the Bearcats take a shot down the field, about a 40-yard pass there. Try to get some breathing space. Could not connect. Was intended for number 4, Malachi Manning. John Velton was in the vicinity on that pass also. Yeah, and if you're the Bearcats here, man, you just need to keep this thing out of the end zone, your own end zone. You can't afford to take a safety here and then give the ball back to CD East.
Absolutely. That sweet spot is right in the middle of the field if they can get it to midfield. But right now, the situation's getting rougher and rougher here for York, PA.
Yeah, for sure. Got themselves a little bit of breathing room there, though. Got it off the 1 yard line and got it out to the 6 yard line. Gain of 5. Pardon me, 3. 3rd down and 7.
Yeah, just at the 6 yard line.
See what the Bearcats can do here, man. It only takes one play to break this thing open. And it's a missed snap, and he is taken down in the end zone before he gets rid of the ball, and it's a safety for CD East. Making this game 22-20, and the CD East Panthers with a huge defensive play and getting the ball back here on offense shortly.
Wow.
Yeah, as we just spoke about, that's one thing that you just cannot afford to do, especially when you just gave yourself that. It was only 3 or 4 yards, but you were on the 1 inch line, and then you were on the 6 yard line, man.
Yeah,
you got to make something happen there.
It's not a bad situation entirely, though. And 10 minutes and 26 seconds. This can still go either way with just a single touchdown.
Yeah, Bearcats defense has been playing really, really good. So you put them in a situation here, and a lot of times offenses and defenses don't try to do this to each other. It's just part of the game. You know, just bad things happen. You don't expect it. CD East had a great penetration on the Bearcats offensive line, and sometimes your defense just has to step up.
Indeed, that is the case. And right now, it's going to be back to CDE.
Yeah, it seems like the Bearcats defense has played really, really, really good. So interested in seeing how CD East might be able to move the ball differently. It just seems like their go-to and their bread and butter has definitely been feeding the ball to Avery Romaine. I feel like he's had about 20 to 25 touches throughout this game, and you know, if that's what's meshing for your offense, then go with the flow.
Yeah, he's been definitely a winning ticket here for CDE. However, I wonder if it's becoming a little bit predictable here for York. But so far, I mean, it's been yielding great results for CDE. That's a great catch there by number 5. He's running in.
Amir Lamel breaking it out, and great return all the way up to the 27-yard line of the Bearcats. Great blocking and great speed there, man. Can't teach that.
Wonderful work there. Amir Lamel just running it in down to the 25th-yard line.
Yeah, we've said that name so many times tonight. They find a way to get the ball in that guy's hands. It doesn't matter if he's running the ball, if he's getting a end around, if he's getting a handoff, if he's getting a catch on a throw. He's returning kits. It just seems like he's one of those guys where he's just that Swiss Army knife that they're blessed to have on their offense.
Absolutely. And a little bit of a correction here. 27th-yard line. 1st down and 10.
Makai George. Looks like he's in a handoff situation, and he is going to Romaine. Romaine looking for a hole. He's running.
That was a tough go, but they did gain some ground there.
Kept those legs going and ended up getting about 5 yards. And if you're CD East here, just shy of 10 minutes left in this third quarter, I think you're content. Pardon me, fourth quarter. I think you're content with just running the ball like this constantly. As long as you keep a grip on that ball and you're not committing any turnovers, you're in a good place. Yeah. If you're the Bearcats, get those hands out there and get scrappy, man. Try to grab that ball, and look like the Bearcats might have got a little bit too early of a jump there, possibly.
Yeah. Flag on the play. Offsides. And that's going to go to the benefit of the Panthers.
Yeah, and that was on Lavelle Smith. Got a little bit too aggressive there. Always good to be aggressive, but not when the play hasn't, the ball hasn't been snapped yet, and you're going to get snagged for that one every single time by the guys in the stripes.
Yeah. And we were talking about those penalties, and right now it is burning.
Don't mess with the Zebras, man. They always win.
Zebras always win.
At least on the football field, they do.
As long as people remember to respect them, you know?
Absolutely.
They do their best job. I know a lot of people always yell at the referees and stuff like that, but I mean, at the end of the day, they volunteer to be here, and it's a great opportunity for both these athletes nonetheless, both these teams full of athletes.
Yeah, we got a timeout on the field there by CD East. They have 2 timeouts left, and Bearcats have 3 left.
And a little quick shout out to our partner, My Niche TV Network, who's also with us here at this Rose Bowl event, Year 4. Roxamore Sports Live alongside with Ashley from
Sports Shooting Stars. We bring the game to you, and Dew Jones. Thank you so much for letting us in on this broadcast today and this unique, great opportunity. I can't wait till we can say year 14 instead of year 4, because I don't see this incredible tournament stopping anytime soon.
Exactly. I'm looking at some of these graduation dates, 2028. I mean, it seems so far away, but so close at the same time, you know? It's amazing how fast time flies by. But at this point in time, it's a fantastic display of power here. And what do we have? Beautifully done, beautifully done. CDE runs it into the end zone there and takes the lead 28-20 with a touchdown.
Looking to make this a 9-point game. It seems that they've chosen to go with the extra point instead of the 2-point conversion attempt.
It's still doable. 9 minutes. It's an 8-point game here.
Yeah, for how good the Bearcats defense has been playing this whole entire game, I don't doubt them at all, for sure. A great attempt there by the Bearcats to block that. Did not succeed, and CD East connects with the extra point.
Let's see. Got a little bit of a timeout here, it looks like.
Yeah, 29-20, Bearcats over the Panthers. Great, incredible game so far. And CD East is set to kick off here. Looks like the Bearcats have Siobhan Anderson back to receive the kick.
Yeah, that was a great touchdown by Amir Lamel, rather. That's the first touchdown we've had here in the fourth quarter.
That is Siobhan Anderson receiving the kick. Gets a couple blocks up and past the 30, 35, 40, 42, jukes, 50. And he is tackled right at the 50-yard line. That was incredible blocking and incredible return by Siobhan Anderson. He's done a little bit of everything today, returning kicks. He had a couple catches earlier. He had a touchdown. He's displaying his skills tonight for everybody. Be prepared for this year.
And it's going to be fantastic. So 29-20 now. And again, that last touchdown was by Lamel. That was his second touchdown here in this game. First touchdown here in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, he's hard to stop, man. He runs hard. He has a good offensive line that opens up the decent holes for him and just finds a way to make it. Great defense here by CD East. Siobhan Anderson didn't go anywhere. Actually went backwards a couple yards.
Just a 9-point game. I'm interested. Got my attention.
Yeah, and if you're Bearcats fans, you really need to get an offensive spurt here and get a couple first downs. If not, get a score. Being down 9, you can't quite get that even with a 2-point conversion if you do score.
And look at that beautiful pass. And look at that beautiful blocking by number 25 from the Panthers. That being Boswell, Maurice Boswell. Great blocking for an otherwise beautiful pass.
Jayshawn Mate, as we said, took over for Najee Still when he went out earlier, getting his reps in earlier in the year. He's looking pretty good for a second-string quarterback. It seems like CD East is getting a good push up front and getting their hands up on a lot of these passes and stuff.
Oh, without a doubt. First down and 12 at the 47-yard line. He's sending it over to, I didn't quite catch that number there. It happened so fast.
I think that was Anderson, yes. It was Anderson. If all else fails, somehow, some way, get the ball in Anderson's hands and he makes stuff happen.
Absolutely. It was looking really good there. Had a lot of potential to gain some ground there. Kind of a similar story that we've seen in the past 3 quarters. Right now they are stuck just a little bit shy of midfield. But if they could gain some ground here, that's exactly what they need. As the timer bleeds out, and that ball goes to no one. Pass is incomplete.
Don't know if that was a fake punt or if it was just a low snap and he felt like he didn't. He was in desperate times and he didn't really have too much of a choice but to throw the ball. Unfortunately, when he did throw the ball down the field, the wide receiver's back was to him, so he did not see that. Otherwise, if he was spun around the right way, he might have had a good chance of catching that ball.
Right. Yeah, there was a lot of juggling there, a lot of the distraction from the defense, and the timing just wasn't where it needed to be. But
yeah, and that early in the year, that's just going to come down to just preparation too, and just grinding and having the center communicate with the punter.
Absolutely.
And those snap situations, the long snapper.
Okay, all right. I like that. He just rushed it in, but that's just a 5-yard gain there. Actually, a little bit more than that. It looked like a 7-yard gain.
Yeah, Avery Romaine yet again. Can't wait to see his official numbers at the end of the game to see how many yards he has rushed for. Haven't had a whole lot of anything else too much other than him. It seems like their offense seems to circle around Lamel and Avery Romaine.
2nd down and 5 at the 43-yard line. And right now, it's in the hands of, yet again,
and Romaine bounces at the outside. He's down to the 25, 22. Pushed out of bounds finally. I mean, it's hard to really give credit just to him alone because Barry Sanders was a great running back that did pretty wild things with a not so great offensive line. But I do got to give a lot of credit tonight to CD East front offensive line for the blocking that they have given him for sure, especially for how well the defense for the Bearcats played earlier in the game. Just seems like maybe their defense is getting a little bit fatigued at this point in time. Early in the year, and just being on the field a decent amount in this second half.
But the guards are absolutely doing the job here and providing some great blocking.
Yeah, and that was a handoff there to somebody different that we haven't called out throughout this game, Alante Caceres. He gains about 5 yards on that play, making it 2nd and 5. We're approaching the 6-minute mark here in the 4th quarter.
Just under 6 minutes. They can widen the gap or lose the ball and potentially have a game closer to York's favor, but we shall see.
A little bit of a low snap there, but it goes back to Caceres, and he is very, very close to a 1st down. Looks like he actually officially has the 1st down as they're moving the sticks.
Yeah, it's looking good here for CDE.
I know I'm entertained by really simple stuff, but I've never seen a Gatorade cart like that before that I've seen on the sidelines right now. That's incredible.
I never even paid attention to it until you mentioned that.
That's because we're paying attention to the game. I'm so sorry. So sorry. And they send somebody in motion, CD East, and they give it back to Romaine.
Romaine is still standing.
Pushing.
Yeah.
This offensive line is relentless for CD East.
That was looking good. Took it down to the 5-yard line.
And for the Bearcats here, you just got to get scrappy with those hands and just go for that football. You need to tackle that player, but try to strip that ball out. Doesn't matter how many yards. Don't think about how many yards you got to go on offense. You just got to get that ball back, and you cannot afford to give them another touchdown here.
Less than 5 minutes ago here, and they were at the 5-yard line. 2nd down and 10. Actually, I lied to you. 2nd down and 2.
Got Amir Lamel in motion. Comes out of his motion and has the ball thrown to him over his head. That pass attempt by Makai George was a little bit high, out of touch.
3rd down and 2.
Man, it's lockdown defense here if you're a Bearcats. Approaching 4.5 minutes here. It's not out of control to be able to score 9 points in this situation. Seen crazier things happen.
I wonder if the wiser decision is to opt out for a kick into the... what do we got?
Looks like Romaine again down to the 1.5-ish yard line. It's enough to give them a 1st down and goal. Yeah, and you're correct there. It would have been debatable. I mean, for how good he's running tonight, would you debate kicking it instead? I mean, you're kind of not really sealing the deal, but you're going to be up 12 points if you kick that field goal. But if you have confidence in your offense or remain like he's been running tonight, I guess you just continue to feed him.
Right. Yeah, the 3rd down did not go according to plan. That would have been a better decision. However, he only had 2 yards to actually gain there before he can actually get that 1st down. And he pushed it through and worked out to the benefit. It's not looking so good for York, PA in that regard, but in CDE, yeah, it looks like this might be a sure thing. I mean, we shall see. And it's right now they're at a comfortable position on the scoreboard as the timer goes down further. It's 4 minutes and 24 seconds left. But
I'm curious to see how far Avery Romaine is going to make it in the season if they continue to just focus on him as their focal point of their offense. At some point in time, it seems like you have to have like a running back committee, even a 2nd string running back at this point in time of the game where you're feeding him just to kind of conserve the health of your player. But I'm definitely not hating on the coach by any means. It just seems like at this level of football, you can only beat a guy up so much like that on offense.
Absolutely. And
handoff is to Jaden Chase, and he is in for the touchdown for CDE East.
And just like that, that might be the nail in the coffin unless a miraculous miracle happens in 4 minutes and 20 seconds. But let me not speak too soon here. So right now, that fantastic job by CDE with another touchdown and 2nd one here in this quarter.
And we got some penalty flags there with a little bit of extracurricular activity after the play was done.
35-20.
It was on sportsmanlike conduct. Looks like that possibly was against CD East. Been a little bit chippery between these two teams throughout this game so far.
Yeah, it's been getting intense, and like you said, it's a lot of internal emotions going on inside.
Yeah,
you know?
for sure.
It's an emotional roller coaster on top of
big time
physique, testosterone, and all that. But here they go. And beautifully done. It's in. That brings them up 36-20 by 99.
Yeah, 4 minutes and 20 seconds left here in this game.
Yuri at it yet again.
Roxamore Sports Shooting Stars, live on the Niche TV, the Niche Network.
And 4 minutes and 20 seconds left to go. We do have more action happening tomorrow.
Yeah, at 12:30, you can catch us again at York Tech versus James Buchanan. 4 o'clock, Bishop McDevitt and Clarkson, North Canada. And the nightcap, 7:30, M. Hoptep versus Harrisburg High.
It's like a classic backyard rivalry between those two schools. Because Imhotep and Harrisburg, I've seen them play basketball before, and they are intense about that. And football as well. And two powerful schools going against each other. It's going to be the clash of the Titans. So I'm looking forward to seeing how that all works out. But let's see what we have here. As CDE sends the ball down on the field, it's caught just a little bit at the 23rd-yard line. Number 3 has it. He's going. It's looking good here for York, PA. Falls just a little bit.
Stevenson
short.
with a great return.
Yeah, at the 40-yard
I'm sorry,
line.
Siobhan Anderson.
But, I mean, man, there was a lot of power in that run there. And got it at the 23-yard line, brought it down to the 40-yard line. 42nd-yard line, rather. So now we're looking at 1st down and 10 at the 42nd-yard line. The game is not over until it's over. Give it your best shot the whole way through.
Yeah, 16 points is not unheard of to come back from with only 4 minutes left here. I've seen nutsier stuff happen.
Absolutely. Come on. Oh, it was looking so good there. Looks like he could have caught that ball at the 10-yard line, and that would have been just what they needed as his clock bleeds down further.
Yeah, pretty good defense there from CD East. That was thrown into a gang of CD East Panthers there. Not saying that it couldn't have been pulled down, but very good knockdown there by the defense.
Absolutely.
Coached up well. You know, they teach these DBs a lot. You know, if you can't catch the ball, just knock it down and move on to the next play and know that offense didn't contribute on that play against you.
Third down and 10.
Yeah, see what the Bearcats can put together here. 3rd down and 10. Just got to get 5 yards here. You know, you got basically at this point in time, you got 2 plays to get 10 yards at a time. If it comes down to it, you have to go for it on 4th down here. So you don't need to get all this in one chunk. So don't feel like you're obligated to try to force something down the field that might not be there.
Yeah, York, PA gaining some ground here. And quarterback shoots it from the 45th-yard line. And, it was almost intercepted there, almost.
Try pushing the ball down the field there, which is not a bad idea, especially being down this many points this late in the game, but could not connect there.
And it was looking like it could have actually been a good idea, potentially, but that almost was a interception. But shout out number 7 from York, PA. He was at the right place. Just a matter of who gets the ball first. There was, let's see, number 7. If I'm looking at this correct, it is John Vellen.
Yeah, Mate, he's displaying that he has good arm strength. Just got to get on the same page with his receivers here as he takes another shot down the field.
And there's that
athletic play by number 8. For the Panthers, we do not have him on our roster, unfortunately. Bearcats had to make some kind of an impact there quickly and tried to. You got to give him credit for at least trying to get the ball down the field instead of dumping it short and not even getting the 1st down at all.
Yeah, there was definitely a tough go there. But a great interception by the Panthers. 3 minutes and 40 seconds
Yeah, and at this point in time, you're probably going to end up just playing the let's feed Avery, Romaine, and every other running back that you have on your team just to milk out the end of this game.
Right. And I often get accused for being an optimist, but I'm going to go with stuff still can happen in 3 minutes and 40 seconds, you know?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
A lot can, man.
just keep pushing all the way through.
Good blocking up front for CD East, for Romaine. Goes for yet another first down. What would be your guess for total yards for Romaine in this game so far? Probably around at least 80 to 100 yards, possibly.
It sounds about right.
Yeah. Yeah, they definitely don't want to be a one-dimensional team all year long. They have had Amir Lamel, Jaden Chase caught a couple earlier, and Landon Moore. But if Romaine's working for you, then run the ball.
Less than 3 minutes. It's getting close. And CDE right now on the offense yet again.
Clock clicks down under 3 minutes here.
Yep. And it started off strong, continued on strong. And you know what? Yeah, it's still going strong. 36/20. Be that as it may. I mean, look at that defense. Look at that offense from York, PA. They're not letting down. We are seeing very slow progression here from CDE. Phenomenal reading here from the quarterback and from both sides. But it seems like, yeah, they have been evenly matched, and it's just two forces of equal pressure just going against each other.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, here at the end, if you're the Bearcats, just be scrappy, man. You know, finish this game strong. Try to get some positives for your players to come out of this and get coached up this coming week.
1 minute, 38 seconds. And that ball is still active. Didn't progress much further than the 25th yard line.
And that handoff was to number 6, Alante Caceres.
Ball is at the 27th yard line. And getting close to the end here. Minute and 15 seconds.
Yeah, looking at about probably maybe 2 more plays here. See 4th and 5, so they're comfortable with punting this ball away, and we'll probably see one kneel down by the Bearcats most likely.
Right.
Don't want to see anybody get hurt or unnecessarily at this point in time of the game.
Absolutely. Yeah, they've just been playing it safe the whole way through. I mean, both sides, as we mentioned earlier, not a whole lot of great yardage in terms of their passing. That went beyond 20. 20 seemed to be 20 to about 15 seemed to be the average of the extent of most of those passes. But as we've seen, they tried to just drive down the middle. That was the action we saw from both sides of the offense.
Yeah, it seemed to work out pretty good too. Trusting in their offensive lines and running the ball really, really well. Don't need to be that superstar team where you're throwing for 500 yards and you might not have the potential quarterback that can do that, and your offense might not be built for that. You know, you might have 35 really short passes throughout the game, and if that contributes to your whatever it might end up being, 5 touchdowns, and that's the way you score 5 touchdowns. You can't force what's not there, and you got to get what your offense can get against what the defense is giving you.
Indeed, and we did see some pretty close calls with those interceptions. A few times it almost happened when they did try to send it deep. And right now, CDE is in possession of the ball as a result of all that. And 25 seconds to go. But yeah, the game started off strong and ended off pretty high and mighty, I guess.
Yeah, it was 14-14 earlier, and then 20-20, and then just a couple different plays made the difference in the game. Looks like the Bearcats are possibly going to snap the ball here one more time. Handoff is the number 4, and that'll bring us to the conclusion of this game. CD East 36, Bearcats 20.
Man, that was a good game. I know those watching may not say the same. May have some thoughts towards the referee and all that stuff like that, but I gotta say, as somebody that's impartial, that was a pretty good game. I absolutely loved what I saw from the defense and offense, as we mentioned multiple times. That defense was really just on the money here from York, PA, as well as from Central Dauphin East. But yeah, it's just a lot of great work we've seen from Avery Romaine. He was kind of just the carrier of that whole team, I gotta say.
Yeah, for sure.
Multiple touchdowns from that young man. And then, of course, we had Lamel as well, landing that touchdown in the third quarter, as well as in the fourth quarter. And then over on the other side of York, PA, we had Najee Steele with the first touchdown. And then, I'm going to butcher this poor man's name, Shavon Anderson with the second touchdown in the second quarter. And then Namani Sanchez with the third touchdown in the third quarter, which brought him up to 20. Unfortunately, they did not graduate past 20, but into the fourth quarter. But nonetheless, it was a great game. I absolutely loved it, and I can't wait to see more action here at the same place, small stadium here in York, Pennsylvania, for the fourth year of the Rose Bowl football tournaments. And it's going to be beginning at 12:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We'd love to have you here on Roxamore Sports Live, also with Niche TV Network, and alongside with
Sports Shooting Stars. We bring the game to you.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us here tonight, and looking forward to more action. See you tomorrow.
Good night and be safe.